People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 ba, ba da 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 ya, ba da da beep beep, bo bo bye, rub it a beep, bo bye, rub it a beep. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da da.
Hey, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everyone doing tonight? Good, good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your fearless host. They call me Uncle Turtleboy around here. You can call me Clarence if you'd like, or Aidan, or I really prefer Dr. Turtleboy, because if Joe Biden's a doctor, then I am definitely a doctor. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay out there. I've gone ahead and I've shared the stream to the various social media platforms that we're currently allowed on. Please go ahead and share those, like all those pages. It helps. They hide us a lot on there. So every like, comment, share really helps out. Makes us, makes it impossible for them to hide us. If you're new here, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button, because we do this show every Tuesday and Saturday night, usually Saturday night, depending if there's a game on, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also do a stream on Thursday nights, something called Turtle Club, which you can join below. For $15 a month, you get access to the website with absolutely no ads, completely ad-free. You also get access to the Thursday night stream that nobody else gets, that we stream directly off our page, and you get a free t-shirt of your choice. You just need to let me know what one. I promise that is the last time. We're going to lay that intro to rest for a bit. I love that song. That song is stuck in my head. Okay. And yeah, so I'm not going to, play that ever again. I pinky swear. So let's just jump right into it. David Owens is supposed to be joining us in a little bit. Maybe he's tired. He's very upset because Wales finished in last place in our World Cup bracket. Actually, I wanted to talk about that before we get started with the actual content. Okay, here's the Druid. Hey, David, how you doing?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Guys, as Laura points out there is in the stream, we're streaming this on Rumble. So we're going to eventually be moving all our content to Rumble, because YouTube is very gay with the censorship and whatnot, and the copyright strikes and all the other trouble it brings to it. But if you're here, if you're one of the 99 people here right now, people keep coming in, make sure you hit that like button. That does help a lot with the algorithms. They like to hide us on here a lot. So like I said, join the Rumble. It's linked in there below. And what was I going to forget? Oh, you can't do the super chat with us because we had the wrong opinion about the we can't even say the word. It rhymes with climax X. The climax mandates about a year and a half ago, and they don't let us take your money anymore. You're not allowed to donate to us. So we went ahead and we built our own little super chat function. Linked at the top, pinned at the top, is something called Turtle Chat. If you click on that, it brings you to an option to donate to the platform or the program or whatever. And when you do that, you get to put a little message, and I will get an email notification that I've received a donation, and I will bring it up on my end. And I won't bring them up right now, but you can write whatever the fuck you want on yours, and I will bring it up on my end and show it on the big screen. Like, I'll just show you. I go like this. So this is from the last show. We got one here from Dump. He sends $10 and says, using my gas and app money to send this. It's okay. It's just bill CSK for more research. I'll just bill CSK. So there you go. So you can put whatever you want. I highly recommend if you have like somebody's birthday or something like that, you can do it that way. You want to give a shout out to some friends, or even better if you want to call somebody out specifically or even speak in their voice. If you write it, I'm showing it, period. I got a special treat for you at the end of the show. If we can raise $200 in the donos, I do have a freestyle. It is 100% dedicated to a man known as Irish Demon on YouTube. I met him about 2 weeks ago. He turned out to be a complete fraud. And so I have a freestyle rap dedicated just to his pathetic, lonely ass tonight. And if we can raise $200 in the donos, then we will make that happen. So again, it's linked at the top. Feel free. You're just, supporting free speech, supporting what we do. So anyway, back to the content here. So David, how do you feel about the World Cup now that the Welsh got murdered? They finished in last place behind fucking Iran. You lost to Iran.
Oh, come on, man. Don't be like that. I'm a rugby man anyway, so, it's only soccer. But look, Wales haven't qualified for the Soccer World Cup since my dad was 21 years old. It's been a long while, so it was just great to get there. Let's take the positives.
Good answer. Man. I mean, you weren't expected to advance.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd so love to have beaten England, though. Dear God, that was horrible.
We tied them. That was like the highlight.
Yeah, that's what got you out of the group, man.
Yeah. So, real quick, guys. So, I do have a couple thoughts on the World Cup. I don't know if you guys watched this, the USA today. First of all, I'm not one of those, like a lot of conservatives people in my neck of the woods. They're like anti-soccer. I feel like it's like a liberal sports following. I actually love soccer very much. I like it more than baseball. All right. David likes baseball for some reason. He's the only person.
I prefer baseball to soccer. Yeah.
So I like soccer. So, especially when you I think it's zoomed out too far, so you can't really appreciate the greatness of what you're seeing on the field and how fucking skilled these people are at what they do and what great athletes they are. Dude, they run like 8 miles in a game, and it's like 100 degrees in Qatar. They're freaking soaking wet by the end of it. And I will say this, so I put up a couple tweets today. People are all mad about them. So I said, if the United States the reason we'll never be good at soccer ever is because it's like our youth system trains the best. If you're a great athlete, you're not playing soccer, period. Like you're not. Like if there's some little kid, there's some 6-year-old kid, it's like fast as shit, can do crazy shit. What are they gonna have him do? They're gonna be like, you're playing football, son, or you're playing basketball, kid. You're gonna do that. You're a great athlete. We're gonna put you in these travel leagues and have you do all this shit. It's just what we do here in the States. Imagine whereas like the rest of the country, like Brazil has over 200 million people, and they got soccer. That's it, right? And maybe volleyball, but mostly soccer. France, same shit. I mean, they have some basketball there. England, they don't have all these other competing sports. Germany, it's like soccer is the freaking game. So imagine, I was just thinking today about if we could suppose we didn't have football and we didn't have basketball, right? We had no NBA, no NFL, none of that shit.
Hockey.
David, we're not losing fucking all-star. Patrice Bergeron's not making the freaking. My point here is, right? Imagine if we just didn't have those really athletic sports, and all of those players just did soccer from a young age. Picture Tyreek Hill playing striker for Team USA. Picture with Justin Jefferson and Steph Diggs and Jalen Ramsey playing midfield or defense or some shit like that, and Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum out there playing goalie. America would be unstoppable. And so a lot of these people are pissed about this. They're like, well, those players, you don't know that they'd be good. My point is, if we train them from the beginning, we could win this shit real easily, but we can't because we dominate other sports. So America's always going to be an average team. That's it. Because the players you see on the field there, yeah, they're nice. But did you watch the game with the Netherlands today, David? Did you guys watching? Did the people out there?
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think? What'd you think?
Well, actually, I thought the USA played pretty well. It's just they were just slightly out of their depth. Netherlands with the better side. But USA had chances. You could have got something out of that game on another day. Yeah.
Yeah. But they also could have scored 6 goals.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The goalie made some great saves for us. A couple, there was no fucking chance. No chance at all. All 3 goals, there was no chance that he could stop any of those.
No. First goal was brilliant.
How the fuck did the Dutch get so tall? I thought that was a country of short people, right?
No,
You go through the streets there, it's crowded. I imagine they all live in cabinets there. How do they fit if they're that big? Why are they so big?
I don't know. It's the tall, blonde, Aryan Nazi.
There wasn't many white people on the team, David.
No, not anymore. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Open borders in the EU has done well for the soccer programs over there. Let's just put it
surely.
That way. And yeah, so I don't know. It was just like every ball that went in the box, like that was in the air. It's like, well, we're going to lose that one. They're going to win the header because they're big.
Is it their goalkeeper who was 6'8" as well?
Yeah, dude, it was like unfair. I'm like, this is not fair.
Ridiculous.
This is not fair. So yeah, it is what it is. Obviously, we saw that today. We're like, we're not even. All these people are like, wait till 2026. Are they going to grow 4 inches? Because I don't think that's good. They're going to fix it in a couple of years.
You're quite right about the cultural dynamic when it comes to sport, because everyone in Brazil kicks footballs. That's what they do. They're soccer players. Everybody
they kick footballs in the womb, in utero. They've got dribbling in there.
They've had some great athletes in the past, but they don't do well in track and field because they're all kicking footballs. There was a guy in the 80s, a good 800 meters runner whose name escapes me now, and he was considered, he was the best athlete in Brazil because he did track and field. And they said, why don't Brazil produce other athletes? And they said, well, they're all playing football, soccer.
Yeah. People like you ripped apart the Dutch. I said they were really tall. It's a compliment. Okay. I don't know how they fit in those cabinets. They all live in I've never been to the Netherlands. My ancestors are from there. We got some Dutch in my family. I don't understand how they all live.
It's like weird. That. They speak like 4 languages there. They all smoke drugs, and yet they produce these brilliant soccer players.
Yeah. I don't know how. So good for them. Good for the Netherlands.
Well done indeed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, let's jump right into it. So the story, guys, that I'm going to start with tonight is a little tale out of, let's see. We're going to start with the story from Freetown, Massachusetts. Let me pull this one up. Okay. And maybe I'm hoping to get this woman on the show sometime this week. She is considering her options. Let's just put it that way. I have spoken to her, but I'm completely up to her if she'd ever like to come on. But let's just go over this. So I wrote this yesterday, and this just came to my attention. It's been reported by the media before, but I just saw it this week because it was in the news again. I think because she started a GoFundMe. But her name is Kayla Churchill, and she is from Freetown, Massachusetts. Freetown is down near Fall River, just north of Fall River. It's a nice town. Or just east of Fall River, rather, north of like New Bedford. It's in a regional school district with Lakeville, which is lovely. And, it seems like a nice place to live. But she's really active in her school's safety issues because Uvalde, we all know about what happened at Uvalde. And all of these school shootings seem to have a theme. And it's not just the gun or the lone gunman. It's the fact that they're able to just walk into a school and kill people. Okay. That was if you guys remember, go watch the tape of Uvalde. My reaction to that 6 months ago, my immediate reaction was, how the hell did he just walk into a school, an elementary school? Like everything in our society, you want to go into a courthouse, David, in this country, you're going through metal detectors. You can't bring shit in. You can't bring phones in a lot of these places.
Same in this country. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't, and you guys don't even have guns.
No, but they still search you when you go in. Yeah, absolutely. And you go through scanners and things. It's like an airport now. Yeah.
But for whatever reason, despite the fact that schools have clearly become like target number 1 of your average crazed gunman, and the fact that our literal most valuable resource is located inside there, children, defenseless children. We decide that we're just going to be like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. If the door's open, the door's open. We should be treating our schools like fortresses. Okay. And that shouldn't, not just because of school shootings, but just because of everything, man. It's like, you can't just walk in, period. And like, there needs to be a strict freaking, especially in light of Uvalde. What happened there? He just walked in there under anybody who props open a door to a school should be expelled. If a teacher does it, they should be fired. If a student does it, they should be expelled. That's how seriously we should treat this. I'm sure it's just like they probably I'm sure some kids do it to go smoke cigarettes or some shit like that. At Doherty, the kids used to always do it to walk out of class. We used to walk out that way and leave the door open. And it's like, that should not be allowed anymore. Like, that should be like, dude, if you do that, we're going to consider you a terrorist. And you are going to be immediately expelled from school. And guess what? They'd stop doing it. If we start treating it like a serious safety issue, then the kids will start treating it like a serious safety issue. But that's not what's happening. So this woman by the name of Kayla Churchill, she's been going to local school committee meetings down there, and she has been voicing her concern about what she considers to be safety issues at the school. She doesn't believe they're secure. And the school committee, like most school committees in the state, are run by a bunch of crazy no-fig douchebags who think they're smarter than everyone else and look down upon the parents who have the audacity to speak out. And the immediate reaction that these people always have, David, like what's the number one reaction to a school shooting is what?
Get rid of the guns.
Get rid of the guns. It's all the guns' fault. Okay. It's not the fact that there seems to be an epidemic in this country of young men who are fucking like crazy and whatever, lash out and do shit like this. No, we don't look at that. It's the guns' fault. Or the most obvious, the school's open. And I said this from the beginning. If your solution to a school shooting is to ban more guns, then you're not serious. You're not a serious person. You're not interested in actually saving lives, because you know what's going to happen. All that's going to happen if the Sandy Hook thing didn't get gun control, 20 kids get massacred like that, you're never going to have it. It's not going to happen. Like nothing. I thought that after Sandy Hook, if Sandy Hook didn't change it, nothing is. And
well,
so
that's true. That's true. I mean, I think we have just the same prevalence of mental health issues in this country. We don't have the same level of school shootings because culturally we don't own guns. We don't, I don't know anyone who owns a gun. I do. I know one person who owns a gun.
Right.
But because it's cultural with you guys, you can't get rid of the guns now because they're out there. No one's going to give them in.
Right. And no one's going to give them in. And then only the bad guys would have them.
It's unrealistic to ask people, especially with your Second Amendment. You're never going to do it. So you've got to make the schools secure. That's the only solution.
And so, like you said there, it's unrealistic. And if you're proposing a solution that won't go anywhere, then you're not proposing any solution. Then you're basically saying, let's just keep it the way it is. However, there is a solution to this. Close the fucking schools. You can't shoot kids in the school if you can't get in the goddamn school. And so this woman brings this issue up, and they're very arrogant to her, and they're basically like, you don't even know. You're not even on the school committee. What do you know? The peasant here, taxpayer, go back to your seat. Shut up. And so but the thing about her is they actually encouraged her to go and do it. This is a statement that I read in the paper about this. It says on Wednesday, November 16th, Churchill attended a school council meeting where she expressed concern and offered security suggestions that she said administrators more or less dismissed. Churchill said, quote, Freetown Lakeville Regional School District officials urged her to go to Freetown Elementary School to see recent security improvements for herself. They literally told her, go down there and see for yourself what the security's like. So she did. So she goes down to Freetown Elementary School, and she just kind of walks in the goddamn building. She got in there, no problem. So it says that she entered 2 elementary schools, an intermediate school, and the high school. The first one was at, let's see. So she goes, but to Churchill's surprise, she said she was able to get access to the school despite giving a fake name. She said she also observed a propped open door at the school's entrance. So she gets there and she immediately sees a door open that anyone could walk through. She gives them a fake name. They don't ask for her ID. I think she said she was Hispanic too. And she just goes in there. And I believe she told them when she got in, like, this is like a test. And she just kind of walked around. So she's like, okay. And then she goes to the other elementary school in Lakeville, does the same thing. And she goes, I stood there thinking, quote, please somebody say something to me, call the police, tackle me, something. And nobody's doing anything. I thought, this is crazy. I'm going to see how far I can take it. And then she proceeded to wander the halls while videotaping. Then she goes to the middle school, and there, on the way over, she calls the goddamn superintendent. She's like, hey, I just walked in 2 schools, and you might want to do something about that. And they spoke to her for 45 minutes and apologized for, quote, human error. And that's it. Then finally, she capped the day off by heading over to the high school, where she spent 30 minutes wandering the halls, taking video and talking to students, talking to students there. And a lot of people are, and then finally she surrendered herself and she goes, I'm an intruder. I've been here for 25 minutes. You should probably call the authorities. She tells a gym teacher. Now, a lot of people have taken issue with the fact that she's like taping kids in school. It's, first of all, it's not like she's posting it on goddamn YouTube or anything like that. Like, so I would take more issue with the fact that any stranger could walk into the school and videotape your kids. Apparently you can just do that at, I believe it's Apponequet Regional High School, Lakeville, Freetown. And that to me seems like a much bigger issue. To me, I don't know about you guys out there and David, I think we should be thanking this woman. No?
Absolutely. She's exposing flaws in the system.
Yeah. Like when I've got a couple examples here about this. When I was in college, I think I've told the story before. I lost my room key a lot. And so I figured out how to get into my room by just take a credit card. It's got one of the handle locks and it's really easy. I'm like, I've never done this before. I'm like, oh, this is really easy. I could just get in there. And my RA saw me doing it one day and he's like, what? You can't, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just breaking into my room. I lost my key. I don't want to pay for a new one. It's $2. I'm not doing that. Just rather break in. And he's like, okay. And so he told his boss and then they hired me. They actually paid me to go around. It's a tower. There's like 22 floors. We went to every room, dorm room in the school with the fucking locksmith. This was my job. I got paid to do this. And I would try to break into the room. If I could do it, they would fix it. They'd like put some fucking metal shit on there and they got it done. Some of the rooms I couldn't get in, but a lot of them I could. Now, what did I do? I was exposing a problem, right? Like I'm literally saying, okay, this is the problem. Yeah, I'm not supposed to break into the rooms, but I'm doing it to help you. I'm showing you a problem here and how to fix it. Why don't you just goddamn fix it? And that's all she's doing. She showed you that a problem exists. You lied when you said the schools were secure. You had one job, and that is to make sure that the students at the school are safe. And you failed to do that. You failed. What you should be doing is resigning. The superintendent should be resigning in disgrace. Because what would happen if somebody actually had bad intentions and decided to do that? He would resign, right? So you have the same safety protocols going on here. You're lucky. You're basically lucky that she's not a school shooter and kids are alive because she's a nice person. And for that, she is being prosecuted.
Do these people ever resign when there are the actual shootings, like Sandy Hook, like Columbine, like Uvalde? They do. Okay.
In Parkland, the superintendent of schools down there, they came after him hard. The parents
really
left and right. They revolted against him because there was no safety. Yeah, that one was just like the sheriff's department, and obviously we know about the but they called them the cowards of Broward in Parkland, Florida. In Uvalde, we all saw what those police did. I mean, they just bowed their heads in shame what they did to those poor kids.
I guess Columbine was different because it was students themselves who did it, wasn't it? So they'd have things like passes and security and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird that most of the school shootings used to be done by students. Yeah. Now they're just done by people walking off the streets, it seems, or former students. You know, like Nicholas Cruz was a former student at that school. So, it says 1 star. Don't recommend. This is
it used to be the post office, didn't it? They used to get those.
Yeah. So people like, I just noticed your shirt. It's not. You guys think I would ever? It's a 1 star shirt. It's available in the. By the way, it's Christmas season, folks. So go on the Turtleboy store on the website. Get yourself some turtle gear. We have gift cards there too. You can get them for your family members. Hook it up. But anyway, so back to this whole situation. So, let's take a vote. Do you guys think in the comments, vote 1 if you think that she's did a good thing, vote 2 if you think she did a bad thing and she should be charged. Go ahead. Let's take a vote in the comments right now.
It's a 1 from me.
It's a 1 from you. Excellent.
Absolutely.
Okay. Looks like pretty unanimous ones. Good to see.
I mean, my view is that if my kids were at a school like that, I would want to know it was insecure so something could be done about it. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
She's a whistleblower. She's alerting them to the fact that there is an issue. Yeah.
That's exactly what she is. So it's pretty unanimous, but for whatever reason, she is being whatever. Now, I will say this. I did notice when I was on Facebook searching for this woman, because I like to have people like this on the show. I did notice that her mother had commented and said that her attorney, she made a big post about her attorney named Kevin Reddington, does not want her talking. And I'm like thinking like that. I'm like, what? Why would you not want her talking? And it's, to me, I cannot stand attorneys that do that, because they are, Kevin Reddington defended, that's the name of the attorney. He defended Jason Correa, the former mayor of Fall River. Like, let me show you who this guy is.
Juicy Jason.
Yeah, Juicy Jason. Remember the guy who
Yeah,
sold,
I remember him well. Yeah, what a corrupt. Spent his life in casinos, hanging out with whores and things.
The most corrupt politician of all time. Yeah, there he is behind him, right there.
He made Richard Nixon look like straight as a gun barrel, didn't he?
I don't know if he's just shell shocked from Jason Correa, but it's like Jason Correa never shut the fuck up. When he was free, he was going out there, I'm innocent. He was holding press conferences about how he's going to get back at his political enemies and all. He's going to jail. Okay. Yeah. So this guy, I don't know if he's like shell shocked from that, or if he's just only tells women to stop talking. But to me, it's horrible legal advice, because as we've seen before, right? Like, for instance, remember 2 years ago, David, the Dedham coach, whose daughter was taught, he was the football coach, and his daughter was being taught critical race theory in 7th grade.
Yeah, and he protested about it.
And he protested about it. And then I wrote about it. And I got over 100,000 people read that blog.
They did.
And I got contacted by Judicial Watch, put him in touch with Coach Flynn's family, and Judicial Watch made a big scene about it, right? Because that's what you want. You want coverage. Like, this is an outrageous story. This has the kind of potential to make national news, a story like this. Like, it's
when it's a conservative point as well, like the coach was, it's harder to get that kind of mainstream publicity as well.
But you can get, there are gigantic conservative media outlets that might be interested in something like this. And like, this is the kind of story, I haven't even talked to Mark about it, Randazza, but I've had other attorneys reach out to me about this, and we're like, I want to get in touch with her. That would be like, yes, let's make this public. Like, my attorney, Ryan McLean, did reach out to me about this, and Ryan McLean is representing me in the Tony Branch case, in the Jamie Genero case. And he likes it when I go public with stuff like this. He's like, yeah, the more you raise with this, the more attention you draw to this, the better. Like, you want this. And like, I think it's worked out pretty well with Tony Branch, don't you? Like, we've revealed, like, you turn the tables on them in the public eye, and you turn public opinion against them. And that, he
still got elected though again, didn't he? That's what I find staggering.
So you got to shame them into doing the right thing. And I think
he has no shame. Yeah.
I think we need to shame the district of Freetown and Lakeville into dropping these goddamn charges. I mean, that's what you do. You start a publicity campaign, like staying silent. Like, you did nothing wrong. Don't stay silent. These fucking lawyers that just like, they want their job. It's easier for them if you shut up. It's less paperwork for them, basically. Well, if I'm sorry, Kevin Reddington, this has the potential to be a big case. If this is too out of your league, if you're too old for this, because he is a boomer. When you look at him, these boomers, they don't understand the powers of the internet. They don't understand the power of social media. So they don't understand that this is actually really, you could do a lot with this. We should be making noise about this. We should be getting that GoFundMe out there. I linked the GoFundMe in it. It's only raised a few $100, like, we should have freaking 50,000 in there. And it could, if it got the right attention. And that's my whole point. I got lawyers that are willing to fucking do this. So Kevin Reddington, if you're watching this, maybe this isn't the case for you. Maybe you're too old. Okay. Maybe you're too much of a boomer. That's fine. Go back to defending scumbag politicians. That might be more your forte. Some cookie cutter stuff until you retire and have a nice life. Okay. Maybe let somebody younger and hungrier take over this. I don't like these lawyers that don't do shit. You know what lawyer still pisses me off to this day? This guy Cataldo, he remember the Michaela Miller case?
Yeah, of course.
And we all remember the daughter, the girl who was wrongly accused of lynching and murdering Michaela Miller by Monica Cannon Grant. And I said, you should be suing them. What they're doing is they're defaming you. And she's like, well, whatever the lawyer says. And a lot of these people.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened with that?
Nothing. I talked to the lawyer. I'm like, you should sue for defamation. He's like, okay,
absolutely.
Maybe. He didn't do shit. He did fucking nothing. You know what I mean? He did nothing. And a lot of, and because he's like, no, you don't want to do that. It's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what? No, you should be. And a lot of people forget that attorneys work for you. They don't get to tell you what to do. You are paying them. You tell them what to do. Okay. And then
Absolutely.
they figure out a solution to that problem. Okay. So Kevin Reddington, if you're watching, do your fucking job, or we will find an attorney for her that can do it. Okay. Man up and be an attorney. This is what you went to law school for back in 1943. Get your act together, asshole. Okay. I'm a little fired up.
There is a downside in telling a lawyer what to do, is that if you're an idiot who thinks you know the law more than a judge, you know, like a certain crusty, pantied woman we can name, she then instructs her boss girl lawyer to go and act like an idiot in a courtroom.
A little bit different with this situation, because in this situation, I think we've seen time and time again that publicity works, and you need publicity, right? She should be going like this is the kind of that woman Nicole Solis from Rhode Island who got sued by her teachers union for asking what was in the curriculum or some shit like that. She goes on Tucker all the time, you know, makes news, like gets and major nonprofits, conservative nonprofits defend her for free. Things that would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to litigate, she's getting it for free. And that's what I do, even with like I got the ACLU defending me.
Which Failure Swift.
Yeah, Failure Swift. You know, you want that. You want that. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, let's I think anything else on that one we want to talk about? Are we good? Anybody? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. I just want to check my messages. How I like to start off every episode, and now we're going to kind of do it in the middle, is a little thing called Where You Reppin'. So let us know in the comments right now, where are you watching the live show from tonight? Go ahead. Let us know where you're watching the live show from tonight.
Oh, man.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm in. I've typed mine.
Oh, you have? Okay. All right. We got Nantwich. That's the name of your town, David? Okay.
That's his, man. It's my
Apple. Oh, Dump Truck's here. She's at Applebee's with KP. That's great. Milford's in the house. Hudson is here. West Newbury's in the house. Norfolk, Virginia. Naples, Florida. Mashpee, Clinton. Alpha Centauri. Canton's in the house. Dudley's in the house. Kensington is here. Glendale, Arizona. North Bergen County, New Jersey. Excellent. Oregon's here. That's a new one. Charleston, South Carolina. Bourne, Mass. Danvers, Mass. Auburn, Fall River, Mattapoisett, Braintree, Scituate. Where else? Lewiston, getting treated like an ashtray. Westwood, Massachusetts. Raynham's here. Hanson is here. Peabody, Charleston, South Carolina. Stonington, Philadelphia. What else? Let's see. Nashua's here. Fallujah, Raynham is here. Methuen, excellent. Seabrook, Woods Hole, Tucson, Turtle, and blah blah blah. And I see that by the way, that Katie Hayden person, that's actually Shannon LeBerry.
It is indeed 100% her. Yeah,
it's very sad to see Shannon in here. Shannon is a mentally unwell.
Can't stay away.
Yeah, she's a mentally unwell, sad, fat person who simply cannot stop. Is just addicted to Turtleboy.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Now you leave that woman alone. She's the love of my life.
Oh, stop! We're gonna get to him later. Yeah, she hasn't had sex with Irish Demon in over a week now, so she's a little bit feisty down there.
Seized up,
but everybody say hello to Shannon. Hi, Shannon. We see you there. Don't use the Katie Hayden account. We could use your brother's accounts too, who actually hate you. Your whole family hates you. You're not invited to anything. You're still living with the guy who you falsely accused of raping you. You're a fucking psychopath. Your kids hate you. Your mom hates you. Your dad hates you. Everybody hates you. Even Kate hates you. She really does. Deep down in her core, she fucking hates you.
Even deep down, Irish Demon hates you, but it's just a leg over.
Yeah, you're just a big fat ass he can throw it in. That's all you are.
Correct.
Congratulations, girl. Okay. So how's Shannon? So anyway, that's her. What do you think of Milford? I've written many blogs about Milford. So I think my thoughts on Milford are pretty well documented. So, okay, cool. So that's
just to wrap up on that last topic, if I may.
Sure.
I noticed Laura in the comments put that, it's glad that we don't have to be like that over here. Well, the fact is our schools are still secure over there. and maybe Laura is a little bit younger than me, but about 30 years ago, we had an absolute horrendous school shooting in
I
Scotland.
remember that. But
It was Dunblane, where Andy Hamilton, Andy Murray's from.
But they use that as a pretext to take all the guns. That's like
they took away certain types of gun, and people voluntarily gave them up. But the point was that was easy to do because they're just that. The only people who gave them up were legal, honest gun owners. But we don't have that many anyway, and it was easy to do. It would be virtually impossible to do in America. And the only people who would give them up in America are legal, decent, honest people. The bad guys ain't going to give them up. So you have a culture that's totally different to ours when it comes to guns, and just a different thing completely. You can't approach it in the same way as you can in Britain.
Right. I agree. It's two different apples and oranges. So, we do have a donation here. I want to read out. This is from Lauren De Laguna. She says, "Hey, Turtle Boy and Turtle Riders. I'm using a Turtle Chat to promo some cool interviews I have coming up on Lauren De Laguna. I'm going to be interviewing Ryan Waters again. Hopefully a woman does not fall asleep on him this time. And we will be discussing all the new lawsuits, why he says Turtle Boy is going to jail and why I should take down the video he wants me to take down. Katie Lawson, the woman who single-handedly exposed Rachel Rollins' corruption, will be on, and Merb, the attorney who previously interviewed Turtle Boy and Krusty Panties. Thanks for letting me use this Turtle Chat as an ad." That's a good way to use it. I like that right there. So thank you, Lauren. So check out her channel, Lauren De Laguna, live on YouTube. And she'll be having some interviews. She does a really good job. I think she's really talented at that. And I think she might have a career. If being a lawyer is not her call, maybe this is her call. We'll see. But anyway, all right. Again, if anyone else would like to donate, if we can get $200 in the super chat, or you can donate you click right at the top, donate whatever amount of money you want, and you put a message and it comes through. If we can get to $200, then we will do the Irish Demon freestyle, guys. Let me tell you, you want to hear this. If we don't unlock this freestyle, I quit. It's too fucking good. It's the best freestyle you've ever fucking heard from me. That I can promise you. You will regret not hearing this. Like, trust me. So the link is at the top. You can donate whatever amount of money you want and leave a message. You can also donate on Cash App. My Cash App is $ Uncle Turtleboy. Thank you. There it is. $ Uncle Turtleboy. And yeah, trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Anyway, so let's get back to the content here. Let's go on to the next blog. By the way, if you're new here, guys, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You know what to do. Okay.
Oh, Turtle Cadet, just to clarify, didn't say all the people would give up their guns. I said the only people in America who would give up their guns would be good guys.
Right. Precisely. People that aren't going to hurt anyone. Like the bad guys aren't turning in their guns, basically. Okay. So let's talk about this story about a drunk driving state trooper who likes to bang a lot of people. Not that one. The other one.
Another one.
A different one, yeah.
It's like a pandemic over there.
Yes. It's a pandemic.
Drunk driving nymphomaniac state troopers, yeah.
Yeah, does every crazy psychopath, alcoholic, whore have to become a state trooper? Is that like a rule?
Seems so.
Apparently.
There's definitely a pattern, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this story. So the Massachusetts State Police shared an interesting thing the other day on their page. Let me read it to you, bragging about an arrest that they made. So at 7:00 on Saturday, Trooper Angela Guerrera was operating her cruiser on 93 South in Quincy. At the time, she observed a silver Chevy Malibu being operated erratically, speeding, unable to maintain any single lane of travel and striking the center Jersey barrier. She activated her blue lights and stopped the vehicle. Upon the vehicle stopping, Trooper Guerrera approached it and identified the operator as Tom Jones of Providence, Rhode Island, 26 years old.
Not unusual.
It is unusual. It's actually
not unusual.
That's true. It's not that unusual. Of Providence. Well, speaking to Jones, Trooper Guerrera detected an odor of alcohol. He opened a container, and a sergeant arrived, and she ends up arresting him for drunk driving. And while she was placing him into a cruiser, they also found on him a gun, a loaded Glock pistol with 13 rounds of ammunition, and he's not licensed to possess them. And he got charged with all that. Now, you got to understand. So the police make arrests like this all the time. And it's interesting to decide, like, how do they decide what goes on the Facebook page? You know, like there's all these people who get arrested, and like, how do you decide which we're going to highlight this one? Like, what was so special? Like, I assume there's a lot of drunk driving arrests. There's a lot of gun arrests. Why are you going after Tom Jones? It's not unusual. Like, what are we doing here? And so in the comments section, I noticed that there was a lot of people in there sharing three types of different comments. At first, you got the 2A people who decried the police for infringing on the rights of alcoholics to carry unregistered guns.
Kill people with their cars. Yeah.
Then you had the vast majority of people who were there for Tom Jones jokes, and included
the best ones,
the best ones, yes. Like this one, like rolls down window as trooper approaches. What's new, pussycat? What?
Did I read in the charges they had an illegal open container of marijuana as well?
I don't know, but
I believe so. It was the green grass of home, obviously.
I see what you're doing now. I see.
Yeah.
So Halen Rogers, I noticed she responds to this. She goes, "Not nice for name calling. Show some respect." I'm like, oh my God, she doesn't get it. That it's fucking. He even put it in quotes.
No.
Like, she goes, "Don't call him." Oh God, what's new, pussycat? It's like, and so I, and then somebody goes, "That's a Tom Jones song." Sorry, I'm not up to date on these type of songs. Not up to date.
Was that 1960 something?
Did you come here in a time machine? How are you not up to date on Tom Jones? What? This isn't some rapper.
I'm sure What's New Pussycat was around the time I was born.
Oh yeah, you kids in your Tom Jones music.
These kids with their popular beat combos. Yeah,
Tom Jones made Marge Simpson wet in an episode like 35 years ago. Like, what? Tom Jones is new. I'm like, dude, if there's anyone that should get that quote, it's the boomers. Like, Halen, you're a shame to all boomers. What are you doing right now? What are you doing? So anyway,
of course, Tom Jones is Welsh. Of course, he's from Pontypridd in the valleys. Yeah, he's a Welshman. Yeah, proud Welshman.
Can I ask you is there like a border between Wales and England?
Yes, it runs down. England. I mean, if you looking at a map of the UK,
I looked at the map, but
Scotland's at the top, and Wales is at the west.
I know.
Well, but I live about 20 miles from the Welsh border. You don't need a passport or anything to cross that. But you just see a sign in the road when you're driving along. It says "Croeso a Cymru," welcome to Wales.
And you don't have to go through a gate.
No.
So how is it even? I don't get it. It's a country.
Yeah,
you're part of the United Kingdom.
Yeah, we're part of the United Kingdom. It's like saying you have state lines in the USA. We have borders like that.
But it's not like that because it's not a state. It's a country.
You're
a country.
It's a nation.
David, Texas doesn't have a team at the World Cup.
No. So
is Wales a state or a country?
It's a country.
So then why doesn't it have a fucking border?
Because we have a legal. Not really.
Doesn't make any sense.
We don't have a constitution, but we're part of a group of countries who make up a greater overall landmass, if you like.
It makes no fucking sense. I don't even know where Wales begins and England ends. Is there a river?
No, it's land border.
So it's just a land, just like dry, like okay.
Yeah.
We even have states separated, like New Hampshire.
There are some parts of it that are separated by water. There's the River Severn, which forms part of the border, but not all of it.
Well, we're getting a little off topic here.
So we are slightly, but it's good.
Yes, it is. It is good content.
Because Tom Jones is a great Welshman. I wanted that to be on the record.
On the records. Thank you. So the third type of commenter we got on here are what I call the blue bots, right? These people who are just like, I don't understand these people. Like, I support the police, but I do think there's just something just like...
There's still a line. You support them when they're doing good things, but you reserve the right to speak out when they're out of line. Yeah?
I think that's not really the point of getting at it. The point of getting at it here is that, like, the people that come on, like, I don't know what these people, the thought process of these people are. Like, today I'm going to go on Facebook And I'm going to go on every local police page and just say, good job. Thank you for keeping us safe. Like, I guess, I mean, they're probably nice people. I just wouldn't spend my day doing that. And it happens it's they're kiss asses. They're like, thank you, Miss like the people like would kiss the teacher's ass. It's like, I support the police. I kiss no one's ass. Okay. Like, I just don't understand these people. So they're instinctively like, oh yes, thank you for keeping us safe, trooper. You did such a great job, and blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, she did. It's also her job.
Yeah, it's a bit over the top, isn't it? Yeah, I don't get people coming online thanking me for doing nice my job every day. Yeah, exactly.
Great job, great
job looking after those invoices for that air company.
Okay, they're paid to do it. Okay, they're okay. All right, and like nobody got shot here. Like, relax. Anyway, but what these people failed to realize is that the trooper that they're all thanking is somebody who appeared on a series of Turtleboy blogs in 2019. And I still think about this one to this day, this case.
Yeah.
We have her name, Trooper Angie Guerrera, as she was known in the streets. And in 2000, it says 19, it's supposed to be 17. In 2017, she was charged with a DUI. Now, this is her Plenty of Fish profile. She's not bad looking. I mean, when she gets dolled up, she looks very different. And
yeah,
the uniform is not sexy at all. But she's basically like the state police's diversity pimp. Every time they have some sort of thing where they're like, we need to recruit women and people of color, it's like, call her up. She'll do. Who else are we gonna call?
She's probably the only female officer of color they've got. That's why.
There probably aren't that many. And so they call her up, and she's like their token that they bring in there. But the problem is she is herself a bit of a drunk. We know this because I went and pulled her 2017 arrest report for drinking and driving in Acton, a town where she ran up a $72 bar tab in the neighboring town of Maynard. And when she was pulled over, she gave, instead of giving her license and registration, she gave her state police badge and tried to get out of it because of that. But she was slurring her speech. She failed multiple DUI tests, reeked of booze. Her eyes were bloodshot, and she refused a breathalyzer, a classic cop move right there, because it's harder to convict you.
Well, let's face it, she was pissed out of her head, wasn't she? As they say in the UK, yeah.
So they did all that, and she was like freaking out and stuff, and $72 bar tab by her fucking self.
That's
two Belvedere vodka and sodas, Michelob Ultra, 5 Mick Ultras. She drank 5 Mick Ultras. Crap. Holy shit. So yeah, she had a good time.
Didn't she get the case moved to a more lenient court? Am I right in thinking?
Yes, she got the case, instead of being in Concord District Court, which would have been her local community courthouse. She moved it to Quincy, which is like over an hour away south of Boston. And I think it's a court that, from my experience, seems to be pretty lenient. And I think I don't have the details of what happened there, but a lot of people beat DUIs, especially when it's their first one. And especially when they don't take a breathalyzer. Like, you get a good attorney, anyone could beat a DUI. And she's a cop, so she knows how to beat a DUI better than anyone. But literally a month after I wrote that story, I get contacted by some troopers, and they're like, guess who's on a DUI checkpoint tonight? Detail. That would be one Angie Guerrera. And they send me the documents. And these are the kind of primary sources that you don't get in other media outlets, guys, because I have sources in the state police that nobody has. Like, how do you think I got the Jinduso story? How do you think I got the Ali Bibo story? How do you think I got the Angie Guerrera story? It's because I got the sources.
You got sources, man.
And this is what my sources do. So some people are like, that's just a document that somebody took. It's not printed out. It's like, yeah, they can't print it out, because then there's a record for it. It's like with the Krusty Panties DCF report. It's like, yeah, that's real. Somebody took a fucking picture of their computer screen at DCF. It's the same shit with this. Somebody took a picture of their computer screen, and it showed that she was working a goddamn detail for, there it is, right there it is, Trooper Angela Guerrera. Okay. And so when I put that out there she is. Yikes. Okay. And I put this out there, and immediately she's taken off of it, and they launch an investigation into who sent that to me, because they're more concerned about that than the fact that they have a drunk driving state trooper working a DUI checkpoint. It's like, it's so, how do you expect people to trust the police when you're out here bragging that your drunk driving state trooper is arresting drunk drivers? Like, I hope whoever did this, free Tom Jones. Let's just put it that way. Free Tom Jones. I'm going to say it right now. Like, I usually don't support people who drive drunk and carry loaded guns illegally, but free my boy. I hope he gets away with this, because this woman should not be making any arrests. She is a liability to have on the force. She is a disgrace to the uniform, and she should not be making arrests like that, and they should not be pimping her out like that. But more egregiously, it brings back the only reason
her other story. Yeah.
The only reason I even looked into her DUI is because she was involved in a high-profile rape trial in which her ex-boyfriend, a state trooper by the name of Robert Sundberg, Bob, she accused him of raping her. Now, Sundberg had gotten divorced after having an affair with her from 2010 to 2016, and their relationship was fueled by alcohol and sex, basically. Like, it sounded like a great time, but also a horrible time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, exactly. It sounded fun, but like fucking
dangerous.
tiring. Yeah. Tiring, dangerous. Like, you might end up in jail for 12 years at the end of this. Like, like, be careful.
Oh, it was full of all sorts, wasn't it? It was orgies and partner swapping and God knows what.
I mean, yeah, it sounded like a great time, but usually these things are too good to be true when this stuff like this happens, because like they don't end well. Like, this is a crazy bitch. This is a crazy bitch.
Oh,
like,
yeah, she's a psycho hose beast. Yeah.
I know better than anyone, for crying out loud. Like, don't do it. It might seem like fun. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you guys.
Don't stick your dick in crazy. It's the oldest adage in the book.
I know, no matter how fun it looks, no matter how
exactly, it's great at the time, but it always ends badly.
I'll send you some videos. You do that instead.
Please
okay?
do.
I'll give you something to work with. Okay. Anyway, nice. Back to the story here. So the alcohol, it was a crazy relationship, but she didn't make any rape accusations until after he broke up with her in 2016, and he backed out of a real estate deal with her. They were going to buy a house together, and only after he dumped her did she suddenly allege that, oh yeah, he raped me 3 times in 2010, 2015, and 2016. And she had allowed him to move in with her, and she had kids, which seems like, why would you bring this guy who's raped you around your kids? Why would you want to buy a house with him? Like, okay, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And so as part of my investigation, I interviewed several state troopers, all of whom said the same thing, and some friends of Sundberg. All right. They were adamant about his innocence. And they said that his relationship with Guerrera was toxic, fueled by alcohol and sex, and that both of them shouldn't have been state troopers so like the guy shouldn't have been a state trooper. Neither of them should have been. But I went and I pulled the court documents. Now, here's the thing. There's a thing called rape shield laws in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
You basically can't slut shame a rape victim, because that would be the first excuse. Like, are you a whore? We asking for it, and I get that. But there are clauses or exceptions in the rape shield one, including, quote, when there is evidence of the victim's sexual conduct with the defendant. So you can bring that.
You're allowed to establish a pattern of behavior, aren't you?
Right. That, like, this is not rape. Like, they're fucking crazy sexual together. Right.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand if it was like, okay, so you accuse some guy of raping you, and then his defense attorney is like, well, didn't you bang the whole football team? It's like, well, we're talking about your client. Okay.
Yeah.
And in this situation, the defendant and the quote unquote victim had a consensual sexual relationship that lasted several years. So, but you could, so I went to the courthouse, and I was able to obtain all the documents that were not admissible in court.
That's right. The judge ruled lots of the evidence inadmissible.
She did. It was a feminist Smith College appointed judge. And I was able to pull all of the documents. And she ended up, according to the documents, there was no mention. So they didn't read any of this. The jury was unaware of the 2017 DUI. They were unaware that she was reassigned to the sex crimes division and is well versed on how to present testimony in a way that will end up in
sex
conviction.
Crimes.
They instead of being fired, she was reassigned to work as a state police liaison for the DOC, Department of Corrections, and that sources tell us that credible allegations were made there, including inappropriate relationships with prisoners.
She seems the sort, doesn't she? Yeah.
Text messages from her during the time periods in which she claims to have been raped, in which she sent him sexually provocative text messages, participated in threesomes and partner swapping, and made a sex tape. She told a friend that she had baby fever, suggesting that she wanted to have a child with him, but he didn't want to. So that's the other thing. The guy wouldn't, drop a load in her, and she got mad about it. In 2011, after the first alleged rape, Trooper Guerrera and Sundberg participated in an orgy at the Liberty Hotel in Boston. He invited his friend Michael, and she invited her friend Tracy. So they all went to this hotel, and they just fucked. Fuck. They all fucked each other. And this is after she was supposedly raped by him. Okay. Like I said, sounds like
it doesn't seem like the sort of thing you'd do with someone who'd raped you, does it?
Right. But they'll argue. Oh God, we're talking about sex. So Carrie's getting all fired up in the comments. Okay.
She is. Bless her.
So have I. Okay. But anyway, so back to this here. So statements, I can't make this up here. Statements from a man named Jefferson Davis, not the leader of the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis.
Not that Jefferson Davis, no.
Who claims to have tag teamed Guerrera with Sundberg in a hotel. So him and his buddy Jefferson Davis, and maybe Abe Lincoln joined the fun. I don't know. And
John
they all
Hancock
came
was
there.
in there. Yeah.
And so she claimed that the prosecution claimed that the motive for the rape was jealousy, right? He was fueled because this woman wanted to have sex with somebody else. It's like, no, trust me, he wasn't jealous. He literally watched his buddy Jefferson Davis stick his dick in her, and then I don't know, Ulysses S. Grant came down and came on her face.
I'm sure there's a Mount Rushmore joke in here somewhere as well.
And then General Sherman came down and stuck it in her ass, and then they all had a good time. Okay, they all had a good time. So this is like, come on, dude, give me a break. A sex tape was also excluded from evidence that was filmed in December of 2015, months after the alleged second rape, in which Trooper Guerrera claims she did not realize she was being filmed. But in the video, she acknowledges the camera, asks if she can record it, and the two of them have consensual sex. And she ends it by saying, quote, "Fuck. Oh, I got the camera. I mean, the phone. You got to dry that off." So she literally squirted love juices on the camera and acknowledged that the camera was videotaping. I mean, that, like I said, sounds like a great time. It sounds like fun.
If you were making a porno, that would be considered a great piece of direction, hitting the camera lens like that, I bet.
Yeah. She's a naughty lady. She's a bad girl.
Bad girl. Yeah.
Bad girl. Like,
she's a
very bad girl. But the kind of girl that, like, you can't afford to leave. If you leave her, she's going to go carry Underwood on your ass. Like, it's going to be bad. Okay. Yes, you can hear the static. Is there static?
Yeah, you've got the phone here. I can hear clicking as well. Yeah.
How does that always happen? Okay. All right. So anyway, let's see. Hold on.
Sorry, just getting beers out.
That's okay. Oh, of course you are, mate. Excellent. All right. So back to this here. So anyway, testimony that day in December, blah, 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 blah. Oh, also testimony that day that in December of 2015, Guerrera and Sundberg went to a party with strippers at a local business in Acton, where Guerrera was the only woman.
You would.
At the party, witnesses testified that one of the strippers touched Guerrera's breast during a lap dance, and both Guerrera and Sundberg inserted a dildo into the stripper's mouth. Okay, so if you present, and by the way, she also accused her ex-husband Michael of sexually assaulting her and later recanted it. So she's done this before.
So
here's all the documents. Yeah. So this is what actual reporting looks like, folks. Read it and weep. You get documents, you read them all over, you highlight them, you put it out there, and after this, and there's Sundberg, he ends up getting found guilty. Okay, because none of that evidence that you just saw there, relevant evidence, was brought up at trial. Okay. None of it was brought up at trial. So nobody knew any of this about him. So I got an email afterwards from a juror who contacts me and is basically saying, I was on the jury and I'm in agreement with you. I didn't think she was found guilty. During her testimony, there were several instances she made that made me question her believability. Do I think he committed rape? Absolutely not. I believe it was consensual and got a sense that she is a kinky, rough sex type of girl. I did not have the chance to voice my opinion and deliberate with the others, but really wish I had. After reading your investigation blog, there was so much evidence not allowed in, and we never heard of it, in which I do believe the verdict would have gone in a different way. As she sat on the stand speaking her sob story, in which she was very good at, she spoke of the alleged, quote, rape, and described how she was holding on to her bed rails as he was trying to take her pants and underwear off. If indeed you did not want to have sex, why was she not defending herself as any woman would do if your hands were free, i.e. punch, scratch? And this is the kind of woman who would punch and scratch you, whatever you could to defend yourself from the alleged rape. There are several inconsistencies that I pulled out of her testimony, and along with other witnesses the plaintiff called upon. I truly wonder if the deliberating panel picked up and spoke of these situations in deliberation. I spoke with, she also accused, just listen to this, listen to her talk here. Okay. Listen to this speech. You tell me if this sounds legit.
I do, Your Honor.
Can you guys hear this?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Is that really low?
Till the last hour, I debated whether to read this statement myself. But I believe that by speaking before you these words, it will give me some sense of closure that my heart and mind desires. Your Honor, I come before you today to describe the horrible emotional and physical effects on my family and I due to Robert's crimes against me. As a former state trooper, Robert Sundberg swore to uphold the law, as I did.
It's really quiet.
Serve and protect the public.
I can hear it, but yeah, it's low, but I can hear it.
Instead, the complete opposite. Robert abused his appointed powers of authority and used it as a tool to control, manipulate, physically.
People are saying they can't hear it. Is it real? Can you guys not hear it? I mean, I'm literally, I understand.
It's a lot lower volume level than yourself. Yeah.
Let me take this out then. Let me see if this helps. Hold on one sec.
And mentally abused me. Right up to the beginning of this trial,
Is that any better?
Robert
Much better.
had some inkling of remorse for all the years of abuse I endured at his hands, for the 6 years of mental and physical and emotional torture that he put me through. So much so that I will have to go through months, probably years of counseling and therapy to overcome the PTSD that has manifested due to the
really
trauma
sad.
that he caused
I'm going
me.
to fast forward a little bit here.
Due to his denial of wrongdoing towards me, I had to relive and be re-victimized by his lawyer. Robert never once stopped the trial from going forward by admitting to his crimes.
Okay, stop right there. She's basically like, how dare you have a fair trial? Like, how dare you not just...
How dare you... Yeah. Why don't you just cave in?
Yeah. Like this, it does... Those are KP tears. It's just like, dude, so her vagina has PTSD all of a sudden? Like, what?
This PTSD, surely that's what people used to get who've been in wars, not people who've been making up a rape assault.
You've been sticking dildos in strippers. Calm down.
Exactly.
PTSD. Okay, let's play some more.
Protect me like I protected him for 6 years. Instead, he hired 3 high-powered lawyers and forced me to take the stand to tell the truth, causing me additional emotional pain, humiliation, and stress that affected me throughout this trial. Due to his denial of wrongdoing, I had to fully disclose Robert's abuse to me, to my 2 beautiful daughters, so they could understand why their mother was so stressed, sick, and had to take so much time off from work. This trial focused on crimes Robert committed against me, but it also brought to light his predatory thought process. Also, his monstrous ego that allows him to minimize his behavior, to use others, and to use the power of the badge to act as though he is above the law. While preparing for this trial, Robert continued to manipulate and prey on women, some who are even sitting in this courtroom today.
What?
He went to great lengths to target a dear friend of mine that was initially helping me and my children get back on our feet.
So the woman she's talking about here, I spoke to this woman. She was dating him. So there was a woman that was friends with her. And she basically is like, my friend Angie is crazy. And she starts dating him afterwards. And she's in the courtroom to support him. Like, that shows how crazy you are, that even your friends are turning against you in this fucking trial. Okay? Even they think you're fucking crazy.
Robert wooed her and began an affair with her, knowing that she would easily have access to information about my new address and my whereabouts. He not only preyed upon my former friend, but he also found a way to manipulate another woman to the point where she would do anything for his affection. This other woman stalked me and placed a fake emergency call that led the Acton Police Department to improperly investigate and subsequently placed me under arrest for operating under the influence of alcohol.
What?
This arrest caused me great public humiliation, shame, and
Is he really playing the victim card because she was the drink driver?
She's really playing. She's like saying that, like, it's your fault for.
It's your fault I did that. Yeah.
I was drunk driving. You did that. You made me traumatized from being a drunk driver.
Feel sorry for me. I'm a drunk driver. But what?
Jesus Christ. Okay. Play some more.
My reputation on the Massachusetts State Police. I spent months trying to regain my mental health enough to investigate my own OUI arrest.
What?
I discovered the evidence that led back to Robert.
What?
Eventually, I was able to exonerate myself from the unfounded arrest that left me broke and emotionally and mentally exhausted.
She was pissed as a fart.
You were arrested by the Acton Police Department. We all read the report.
Unfounded my ass.
She's blaming this guy for, like, conspiring to call the cops or some shit. It's like, she goes, I investigated my own DUI and came to the conclusion.
Yeah. Did she not find her bar tab receipt for $72?
Apparently not. I don't know.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's that. Okay. So, yeah, she sucks, and I think we're done with that one, but I cannot believe
Is he? I mean, he went to prison, didn't he?
He's still in prison as far as I know.
Is he still in? Oh, my
10 to 12 years in jail. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? It's like, that to me, it's like, and they're still
That's an absolute miscarriage of justice. That guy should be...
Yeah, I don't think he raped her.
No, not for 1 minute.
No fucking way. No fucking way.
No.
Okay, let me, I do have another dono here. However, if we don't get, I'll tell you what, if we don't get to the $200 dono tonight, I'm gonna quit. I'm never doing the stream again. I'll never do a fucking freestyle again. Nothing. I love you guys. I appreciate it, but I won't fucking do it again because this is literally the greatest fucking freestyle you've ever heard. I will quit. I will never fucking do it again. Ever, ever, ever. So we got $25 here. I appreciate this from DW. Thank you very much. DW says, Merry Christmas, everyone. So thank you very much, DW. So we're up to $35.
That sort of post is what would get Facebook taken down in the old days. Merry Christmas, everyone, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You'd lose a page for that.
So we are 100. We're 165 short. So tell you what, if we don't, I love you guys. I'm going to return that money. And I'm going to return Lauren D. Laguna's money. If we can't get to 200, I'm going to be fucking embarrassed. I will never do a fucking show again because this is literally the greatest fucking freestyle ever. And I love you guys, but this is my job. This is my livelihood. And that's it. So
you heard the man, guys. It's the best one ever.
It's the best one ever. It's linked in the top. Okay. There's a link in the top. You could donate whatever amount of money you want. And when you do that, yeah, I check cash out. I'll check again. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Okay. So we did. Okay. We got Brittany. Oh, we do have, was there any notifications that we do? I got a couple here. We do got a couple here. Hold on. Time out. So let me turn up my notifications off. Is that way? Okay. So yeah, I wasn't checking cash. Okay. Cash app. We got, Brittany sends $10 and says for Lawless to show up. And again, Hashtag beer money. Yeah, did you see that when Lawless confronted me? David?
I've no idea who Lawless is. Sorry, who is that?
Oh, he's the guy that Jamie Lynn, Nick Schramm's brother.
Oh, right.
He confronted me.
Was he the guy who came? Yeah, he turned up at one of the. Were you watching football or?
Yeah, I was watching the Patriots game.
He took his teeth out. That guy.
I offered him $5,000 to punch me. I gave, and then to kiss me. I give you 5 minutes because he kept getting up at me. He said I wouldn't look at him in the eye, so he just kept everyone's like, "Why do you look me in the eye?" Okay, I'm right here. It's awkward. I mean, what are we in a staring contest here?
Oh,
and he wouldn't do it. He said he wanted to make out me, and then he didn't do it. So thank you very much, Brittany, for the 10. Matthew J sends 25, and he says for Irish dirtbag is a visual representation of cuck. So 25 for Matthew J. I don't.
Jesus Christ! Now I'm going to come down and find you as well, you wee fecker.
Laura sends $12.29. There must be a conversion there.
That's a snake's conversion. Yeah.
Need to hear the freestyles. Thank you there. 7-pounder sends $20, and he says for Merry Christmas to all Turtle Riders and Alina. Dude.
And Alina.
And come on, dude. You talk about, we just did a whole thing about crazy Latina bitches, man. You can't, now you're going to come on. What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? So thank you, 7-pounder. Then we got Wrestler's Mom sends $10 and says for you're not quitting. I appreciate that. I do. And it's like, I always said that. It's like, I don't do the begging thing. So my theory is like, if people don't want to donate, that's fine. It's like I can't do it for free forever. It's like there's a fucking job. Obviously, I spent hours today on this fucking freestyle, and I love doing it. But it's like if you ain't gonna pay, it's like I can't. Like, who works for free, David? You know, like it's like
exactly. No. Your job is your job. It's your job.
It's my fucking job. So it's like, what am I gonna do? So
this is your business, mon ami. Yeah.
But no worries. Somebody just came in and took care of the whole thing. Hold on 1 second. We got this here right now.
Hold
on. Okay,
That's good when that happens, huh?
Yeah, it's nice when someone's just like, fuck it, I'm ending it right now.
Hang on, what's this Debsy saying here? Nick Schramm's the older brother who took his teeth out. Jamie Lynn is the one who tried to date Carlissa and Manda at the same time. Well, bloody hell. He sounds like a war hero to me.
He actually is. I think he was a Marine. He had a Marine.
Oh, right. I was just meaning he was brave to tackle those two buggers at the same time.
You got to watch it because you're watching like a guy who is been told to not like me, but can't come up with the reason why.
Yeah.
Seeing it in action was phenomenal.
Was he just groping around in the dark for a reason? You know, yeah, because you're that guy.
I mean, what? Just watch it. For people that haven't watched it yet, or people who have watched it, they can fill you in, but it's good entertainment. And like I said, Bob C was there when Nick pulled his teeth out. That was even.
That's the brother, isn't it? Right. Got it now. Yeah.
So Scott Starboard says, if Turtleboy quits doing freestyle, the world will be a miserable place, and sends $10. Thank you very much, Scott. And then we have here Turtle donates, refund the other donos. Bunch of Sally's. No, I'm not. Well, now I don't have to because we got to the 2. I was only going to refund it if we didn't do the freestyle, but now we're going to do the freestyle. Thanks to you very much for the 200 there. The name that they gave was Turtle. Apparently they want to be anonymous. So thank you very much, Turtle. I'm very excited now. We get to do the Irish Demon freestyle. So he didn't want you guys to hear this.
Don't you dare do your fucking freestyle now, you wee bastard, you.
Right. Exactly. So, okay. So I really appreciate that. And thank you guys for all the donations. And we got another 5 from Brittany. It's Brittany Bitch who says she sends 5 and says for Alina is God. Whatever happened to Alina? Is she still around? I don't even know. So it wasn't used as I don't know who the fuck it was. It was completely anonymous then. It just says Turtle. They wrote it. So I appreciate that. If anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top. But we did get
whoever they were. Thank you kindly for the donation.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so let's go on to the next topic, shall we?
Please do.
All right. All righty. So what did I want to discuss here? Well, let's talk about this one. Fall River single mom upset she only made $20 on her.
Oh, this is a belter.
This is a good one. All right. So this chick's name is Jade Torres. She is from Fall River.
This
Providence.
is Jade Leno, isn't it?
So it was from Turtle Cadet. So the donor
good
was
man,
from
Turtle Cadet.
Turtle Cadet. Thank you very much, Turtle Cadet.
Top man.
Over the top, reporting for duty. Appreciate that, sir. Okay. So this woman's name is Jade Torres from Fall River or Providence. There she is. And okay, she's like, stay home, save life. Oh, threw that in there. It's like the chin. The chin was just like
it is. It's a chin you can take pickles out of a jar with, isn't it?
Yes. So she advertises herself as a mother of 4, except there's just the stipulation here. She moved to Florida and left one of them behind.
You see, Kate Peter is a mother of 4, but she isn't a mother of 4, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So she left one of the 4 semen demons behind because she burned so many bridges here and kept getting evicted and wanted to start over in a state where she knew ratchets like her could easily blend in. So naturally she moved to Florida. And she, Jade Leno, as we call her, was looking for $10,000 because she claims to have lost her home to Hurricane Ian and was recently in a car accident that left her disabled. So she writes,
wow.
My name is Jade Torres. I'm a single mother of 3 who survived Hurricane Ian. Not yet total loss of our home and belongings. My children and I were placed in a shelter after being rescued by the Coast Guard. The shelter was mortifying and per chaos. Okay. As if that wasn't enough devastation, on November 9th, I was a passenger in a high-speed car accident on I-75, and we hit a disabled vehicle who never pulled over in the breakdown lane and failed to have a hazard, brake, or headlights on by the time we saw. If we had no time to avoid it, I am still without a home, and the Red Cross placed us in an Airbnb until December 13th. I would be using any funds I have towards the housing. I need a place where I can heal. I broke both my legs completely as well as my left hip, and therefore I am temporarily paralyzed from the waist down. How are you temporarily paralyzed?
What she means is that's not paralyzed. She can't walk because she's got broken legs, but that's not the same as being paralyzed. Paralyzed is no feeling in them. She's just got broken legs. What a moron.
I'm on crutches. I'm temporarily paralyzed.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
I've got an ingrowing toenail. I'm paralyzed.
Temporarily.
Just temporarily, though.
Oh, just temporarily. It's just temporary. Paralyzation. Okay. So she's temporarily paralyzed. She needs all this money. She's got injuries. I will, in fact, be able to walk again. Okay. So you're not.
So you're not paralyzed. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. So when that time comes, I will never be able to work a job that consists of me being on my legs for a long amount of time. I know that times are hard and the economy sucks. Also, holidays being right around the corner. But even if everyone just donated $1, it would help me so very much. I'm trying to get a work from home job, but I need all the help in which I could get now. I am truly blessed to be alive, and I remain positive. I simply need a help right now, as we all need help from time to time. The situation is 1 in a million. My family has been through enough, and our biggest worry is a place to live, and we just desperately need a home. That is our wish this Christmas. Thank you so much for taking the time and read my story, and may God bless in the Torres family. So
just to clarify, 13 Kings, yeah, I know people do recover from paralysis, but she's actually predicting it happening. You know, it's just temporary. And the point about paralysis is some people heal, some people don't, but they don't know when it's going to happen. She's quite clearly convinced that it's just temporary.
If you know you're going to recover, if you know you're going to walk, then you're not paralyzed. Like
correct.
You're like what? You're temporary. Like you can be like, I have, like you said, the difference is like between a broken bone and being paralyzed.
Actual paralysis. Yes, people do recover from it, but you don't know when it's going to happen.
You can feel your leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just in pain, or it won't support your weight. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
paralysis, as KG quite rightly says, is your nervous system, not
your nervous
not your bones.
System.
Yeah,
exactly. Right. So anyway, but she's unstoppable today, and she's got TikTok and all that stuff. And she's only raised $20 on it.
And $20 out of 10,000.
Which really kind of tells you everything with this whole thing, because if you are a mother of 3 or whatever, and you lost your home in the fucking hurricane, and then you got in a car accident and you're paralyzed, you're like a walking GoFundMe. You should be able to raise everyone's going to feel bad for you and donate to you.
Let's face it, when you put these on Facebook, they're actually going to your friends as well, who are people more likely to help you than just the man in the street, aren't they?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, so
And yet,
if you are unable to raise that capital with all of those, people feel bad for you, that to me is a red flag. Like something's wrong. Like everybody who knows this woman knows she's up to no good. That's what that tells me. Like people know that this woman has pulled some shit like this before. And so she threatens to start an OnlyFans if people don't donate to her. Which is like, oh no, please don't show me your pussy. Don't do that. To anyone who cannot donate, tell my children, please do me a favor. Start sharing my GoFundMe. I have over 2,000 friends. You motherfuckers. Okay. So
and she raised 0.2% of her target. Yeah.
We also found out that she was a cop's drunken driver, had kids in car. So there's that. So she got pulled over with her kids.
Is she a state trooper?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Every time.
She's called Torres. She's got the Latina. She's got the drunk driving. It's only a matter of time before she's a state trooper, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And she's also posting pictures and videos of herself with Gucci bags. With all like you expect anyone to feel bad for you when you live in this lifestyle. And then she goes, anyone who follows me and knows me, I wish my children and I had been through the past 7 weeks. Hurricane Ian equals total loss of home and belongings, then shelter life for the past week was pure chaos. And I'm asking for help and Venmo me and send me $5 and blah, 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 blah. But she didn't even lose her home to the hurricane. She just got evicted because we got her fucking eviction papers. Okay.
So it wasn't Hurricane Ian. It was Hurricane Law Courts.
Yeah. It was Hurricane fuck around, find out. It was Hurricane like time to pay your bills.
Hurricane pay your rent, bitch.
Hurricane landlord, motherfucker, up in this bitch. And so and then coincidentally, Hurricane comes a week later. So she's like, oh, just fucking say
how convenient. Yeah.
Let's just say it was a goddamn hurricane that did it. Like, okay. And she's got we got her affidavits in which she admits she didn't pay her rent and all this stuff. And she posted this video from when she was interviewed on CNN. Watch.
This one woman that we caught up with earlier today, her name is Jade Torres. Jade, you were one of the folks that I first saw when I got here. Tell me what happened.
Well, we thought we were in the clear yesterday, and the flooding will not stop. It's now at the bottom of everyone's doors, and they're predicting 5 more feet is yet to come. So we just knew it was go time. I have children. I just had to evacuate immediately.
And you can see this is part of the problem.
Evacuate what?
Right? What is this?
This is backflow coming from north to south, and that's why we're getting so much water coming in. It's not anything to do with rain. It's just the surge is incredible from the Mayaca River and just floating down south here more so to us.
You were telling me you don't even live here. You were riding out this storm in someone else's house.
Church people, their husbands stranded in Punta Gorda, and fortunately my 13-year-old son Fox was able to board up the house, take it all down. We did as much as we could, but now it's go time.
You have your cat with you too.
I do. My cat Squish.
My cat Squish.
At this point, yes. Yesterday we thought we were in the clear. We didn't lose a roof. There was a lot of noise, a lot of chaos. It was definitely frightening.
So we don't even live here. Yeah, because you don't live anywhere.
She got it on CNN, and she still only raised $20. That's how incredible she is.
I know. Even Daisha Kelly got like $200,000 out of it.
A quarter of a mil,
goddamn kids. Those weren't even her freaking kids. So
that wasn't her own goddamn flooding either.
According to the police report from the accident, she was a passenger in the car driven by a man named Jason Edward K, who was cited for drug possession. So he's probably high when he's driving and drug consumption. He had a freaking car that was disabled on the highway, and they didn't have their goddamn seatbelts on. And it was also 11 o'clock at night. So why were you out? And she's posting about like going out for mimosas with mom. And it's like, dude, nobody is going to feel bad for you. Now, I did message this woman today, and I tried to get her on the show.
Oh,
and what the fuck was her name? Her name was Violet Jade, right? She has blocked me. And I go, did you see the story we did about your GoFundMe? And she said, no. And if it's negative, I'm not interested. Thank you. Now, I'm almost positive that she showed up in the comments. Okay. I think this was the story. Let me check out the page real quick. Over on the Turtleboy Facebook page. Okay. These comments are a little bit, let me make them bigger. So I don't know if this is the one, but I'm almost positive the mom showed up. There was one blog this week. First of all, look at all these fucking comments on this blog.
Oh,
It's like 145 likes, 130 comments.
The popcorn one. Popcorn
they
memes are coming in, yeah.
They try to hide us and they still can't. I cheated, read the comments first, then the story. I'm dead at Poom Pops. Okay. Let's see. I went to high school with her. It's amazing that we can get all this fucking play on Facebook and with it still being hidden. Like that's
absolutely,
yes, that's impressive. I could have sworn she showed up, or was that another blog?
Is Clarence back on yet?
Clarence Woods Emerson will be back from suspension in 5 days.
5 days left. Okay.
She goes, if I laughed more at the well-placed Jay Leno pick or at this misspelled abomination of what I assume is meant to be vulnerable. Like what? Vulnerable? What? I didn't even notice that. Vulnerable. Man. Oh my God.
Vulnerable.
I'm sure she goes from 4 kids to 3 kids to 2. So I guess she really didn't see this. So this can't be the one that she commented on. There was definitely a blog this week. Which fucking blog was it? One of the ratchets showed up and played. Which one goddamn was it? Let me see. It wasn't that one. We're going to get to that one next.
Oh.
The Fall River one. It wasn't Angie Guerrera. What else? What do we have here? This is last weekend, actually. Let me see. It was, wait, are these older ones? We already got to those ones last week. Hold on. Let me just refresh this. And like our page if you haven't done so already. Go over there, interact with it as much as possible. Oh, there's Jamie Lynn. Me and Jamie Lynn. God damn. Oh my goodness gracious. We've done that one. That one we're gonna get to. That one we're gonna get. Let's see. I could have sworn there was definitely a blog this week where a ratchet came on and made the presence known. I could have sworn it was that one, but maybe it was one from last week.
I think it was. I think there was one the week before.
There was like a mom that showed up.
Which one it was?
I forget, but I always love when that happens. But
it's brilliant when they come on to defend their honor in the comments. It's hysterical.
Yeah. So let me bring. I do have another dono I want to bring up here. From Suzep. Let me bring up Suzep's comment. He says, Mr. Fleas sends $100 and says,
damn,
quote, wrap them ID rhymes, my dude. Excellent. We also got, Jesus Christ. Thank you guys. 150 from Patricia Brosnahan and no comment or anything. She just sends 150 on the cash app. So,
so we're up about 500 now.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yep. So now people are. Oh, so I did get one. I did get a comment here from Violet Jade. And let me see here. She says, "I'm emotional and vulnerable. My bad for stating the truth. How society these days is more willing to give money to women who spread their legs versus someone who's been through such as much as I have endured with my family."
Victim card.
Okay. So that was it. Yeah, I could have sworn there was a couple on there, but. So how did she act like she didn't see the blog if she's in the comment section? She's lying? Is that what you're saying? Like, okay. All right. So anyway, let's see. Do we have anything else there? All right. All right, cool. So clearance, let's see. I'm also getting tagged. Oh, so there was a bunch. Okay. I knew I wasn't making this shit up. Oh, this bitch is lying to me. I think she's lying to me. Let me pull these up.
Laura sent the screenshot, she says.
Yeah. Okay. I got some here. I'm going to download them real quick and bring them up on my end. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Oh my gosh. There's a bunch. This woman was all over our page. Holy cow. Give me 1 sec to pull them up. And then.
Is it the one we're just talking about? Jade Leno?
Yes, that exact one. She was all over the page.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, good. Bring it on.
Okay. All right. I got it now. All right. Let me pull it up. Okay. Stop screen. Present.
Carrie T says her eyes are paralyzed. What the fuck?
So this is what she writes on our page. Sorry that I'm a single mother who worked 70, 80-hour work weeks. And I'm used to having the finer things in life, such as my Gucci bag. Okay. You want us to feel bad for you? And you're like, I have the finer things. Okay. My entire world has been shattered due to a hurricane category 5 and then a massive car accident, which I was a passenger in a vehicle, which left me temporarily paralyzed from the waist down. Yeah, we all read the GoFundMe. That's what the blog is about. The waist down, both my legs have been shattered, as well as my hip. People who own Gucci bags don't brag about that.
That's very good. Yeah.
This is the one where it's like, I'm emotional and extremely vulnerable. My bad for stating the truth. How society these days is more willing to give money to women who spread their legs. Okay. Personal assistant at Hair 2E Tan. I don't even know what that means. She goes, yup. In Johnston, Rhode Island. I'm a Paul Mitchell School graduate. Oh God, this is so ratchet. How did I miss all this? My seatbelt was on. That has been changed. That's why my hip was broken. So that was changed. Okay, whatever that means. And then, there's Suzanne says, I saw your pics, darling. Your hip is fine. It looks more like cuts than anything else. I'm sure you'll prove me wrong by posting your discharge papers. And then she says, I had shit growing up as a child. So yes, that is true. I went from having nothing to having it all. Having it all? You got like a million judgments against you in court. Having it all? What the fuck are you talking about?
What's that reply? That reply looks good.
From Andrea Clark.
Yeah.
Or just stop it. Anyone who knows that area knows you weren't in the worst part of town of that storm. My girl lost everything. You know how many people are in accidents every day? Get over yourself. She also didn't have a phone. I mean, or a house rather. Like, you can't lose your house if the house doesn't exist. If you fucking got evicted.
And not only that, didn't she admit in another post that her house was one of the few that was standing, or the one that she was living in? It wasn't her house, obviously.
She literally said that on the fucking news. I didn't lose my house. And now she's when I'm messaging her, she's like, I didn't read any blood. Clearly you did. I didn't make that up. I didn't imagine you did. I could have sworn I wasn't imagining that shit. So even Volva's saying you're a gutter mouth, but case closed. So yeah, you're also a drunk driver who enjoys the finer things. Okay, we get it, lady. All right, let's talk about this story. Another story out of Fall River. Been busy this week.
Oh yeah.
And Turtle Chat.
Oh, I got to tell you, my wife said to me, she was looking at her company advertises all their jobs around the world. She works for a company that's based in America. And she said, they're advertising jobs in New England. And I said, oh, whereabouts? She goes, well, there's one in, do you know of a town called Lewiston, Maine?
Oh, God. Oh, I know one person who will not be applying for that job.
What I said. I know of Lewiston, Maine.
Well, I know one person in Lewiston, Maine who will not be filling that vacancy because
I don't think so.
Can you give them a ride every day? If you can't, then you know the kind.
Well, yeah, exactly.
All right. So anyway, let's talk about this one. Okay, this is a person here. So this one, a Fall River love story. Man sets off Amber Alert after kill. Okay, let's just read this. This is a wild story. I'm surprised it didn't get more play. So yesterday, the state police put on Amber Alert on Thursday when a baby and her mother reportedly were kidnapped by the child's father, Jeremias singular Cabral. And they end up, there he is.
His name is singular?
Yes, correct. Yep. Okay. And so there he is with his pube stash. As soon as I see that, I'm just okay.
Red flag, massive red flag.
Okay. And let's see. Update to Amber Alert. We have to, so they find the car and neither the suspect or the victims are in it. And neither is the baby. And then they find them later and they were arrested with this guy. I call him the Amish meth monkey. Doesn't he? He looks like an Amish guy on meth.
That beard doesn't go with that bone structure, does it? At all. Not
at all. So his name is Michael Abrantes, and he was the getaway driver, except there was a twist. The victim
doesn't look like your average getaway driver.
No, he does not. He does not. The victim, in this case, I put that in quotes, Hannah Benson, said she wasn't abducted. Oops, and left them willingly without being threatened. The Amber Alert was only activated because another man called police to tell them that they were abducted after the Portuguese pube stash, Jeremias, robbed that man at knife point of his cell phone in Dartmouth. So that's what set it up. So they basically come up. The new guy is the new guy sticking it to her, to Hannah Benson. And the Portuguese pube stash doesn't like this because he's got a kid with her. And so he's like, yo, shows up, yo, give me your cell phone. Here's my knife. I'm going to take you. And then fucking robs him and runs away, like, get in the car, bitch. And she gets in the car with the baby. And we're going to go live a new life in Fall River. It's going to be fucking dope as shit. And we're going to get high every day. Okay. So that's the plan. And they get arrested. They get arrested for this. So they're not charged with kidnapping because they didn't kidnap anyone. But there's a big twist. Where do you see the twist coming up with this story? So some have suggested that Hannah Benson is only saying that she went willingly because she's afraid of the Portuguese pube stash. But she's no saint herself, as we're going to see here. She was previously charged with A and B with a dangerous weapon. Okay, really? so she's been stuff, and she also like reproduced with this guy, which kind of tells me everything I need to know about her. She's not bad looking. I mean, what a waste.
A bit of a duck-faced selfie, but yeah, she's definitely better looking than the guy she's knocking around with.
But dude, like, come on, you look good. You take care of yourself.
Yeah, she's a solid 7, and those guys are like barely a 3. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be working the pole somewhere. Like, why are you banging this?
Exactly, be making good living.
You could be working the daytime shift at the freaking Fuzzy Grape or whatever.
Exactly.
Anyway, I digress. So she's got a sweet spot for shitbags, obviously, and
clearly,
this Jeremias Cabral has been arrested for many things before, which nobody in the media reported this. To me, this is like a big thing. She has a restraining order on him, so she's not even allowed to get in the car with him in the first place.
Now?
And so not only that, he's already been charged a few months ago with violating that restraining order. And there's an open court case with it. And I pulled up the court documents on that because that's what I do. He just had court on Monday for it, and he got a new court-appointed attorney. He picked up that charge when he was pulled over on August 30th in an uninsured, unregistered vehicle with a felon by the name of Adam Torres, and the trooper noticed a knife in between them. The Portuguese pube stash told the trooper that he probably had a warrant out for his arrest for B&E in New Bedford, and he was detained. He asked the trooper if he could call his girlfriend, Hannah, the one he had a restraining order out against, or she had one on him, because they just had a baby, and the trooper obliged. But when the trooper ran his name through the computer, he's like, oh, wait, you're calling the woman you have a restraining order on, motherfucker? Give me the phone. Picks it up. Hannah Benson refuses to cooperate or identify herself, and he gets arrested. So the fact that she's not even cooperating with this, you're all fucking trash. That's all I know. You're all trash. Anyway, on top of that, he's also been charged in May, Jeremias Cabral, with assault when he tracked down his father and his father's new girlfriend while they were driving in Fall River. He got out of his car and threatened to slash her fucking tires and smash her windows before calling her a, quote, cum catcher.
Oh, charming.
Oh, God. He would have made a much more entertaining wedding toast, I believe, but apparently he doesn't like this woman. And he evidently didn't like this woman and threatened to destroy her car previously. When the responding officer called the Portuguese pube stash, he refused to turn himself in and accused the officer of bias because one time Jeremias tried to file a false police report stating that a ATV was stolen from him. It turned out he sold the ATV. So he basically some guy buys an ATV off him, and then he's just like, yo, actually, that was stolen. Like, what? Dude, you just paid me for it. I got more coming on this, dude. There's more. Like, wait till you see the twist in this story. Actually, let's just talk about the twist right now. So the father's name from the police report was Kenny Cabral. And I get somebody sends me Kenny Cabral's Facebook page, and I can't go to it because he's blocked me. The dad has. And that's usually,
that means you've written about him before.
Yeah, that usually means I've written about you before.
Yeah.
That's usually what that means. And I'm like, so there's got to be a reason why this gentleman has, done this to me before. So I go to his page and I'm like, oh yeah. So I go, let me bring up his page over here. So the dad who obviously raised this guy and is being threatened by him. So this is the dad's page. Okay. And he's like, this is my son and my grandson. Well, that's the kid that was kidnapped apparently. And I go to this guy's page. He looks like a crackhead when you click on his pictures. Like, this guy. Oh, there he is. Right there's Jeremias.
Oh my God, that's a full Rebbe family portrait if ever you saw one.
Yes, it is. That is a Fall River. That's a Fall River vacation if I've ever seen one right there. Like,
absolutely.
Oh my God. So, my beautiful family. Oh yes, very like, dude. Didn't he just threaten you? Like,
yeah.
Okay. So I go and I'm like, okay, well, I must have written about this guy before because he's blocked me. So I search his name on Facebook and I'll show you the blog that I get. Let me pull this one up. It's from 2020 and I don't even remember. I vaguely remember this one. Some of you might not, but it was coming back to me. So this one is called Fireball Felicia proudly brags about how she crashed twice while drunk driving in Fall River and posts fireball and ass pictures for thirsty menfolk after getting bailed out. So I'm like, okay, there's fireball.
These are my favorite stories. I gotta say, I'm a sucker for these.
Yes, she apparently got crashed twice. She got 2 DUIs in one night. Like, what an epic mugshot!
That is some mugshot, isn't it?
I have all my local friends.
Is this the new girlfriend that was threatened by the son?
No,
are we saying
we're getting some.
Oh, sorry.
All my local friends in New Bedford and close by. I have a project for you. I will explain, but it has to do with calling my New Bedford probation officer, Christy D'Souza. I need multiple people willing to call her for me. Anybody know about her? I know her. I will make it up to you if you call her, and please explain to her that I need help. I need her help to stop using. This way, it won't be as bad for me. I'm quickly destroying everything. She needs to start piss testing me very often. Oh, that's so ratchet. And
God.
This is the hit and run she was involved in. Not bad. She did something I've never seen. So basically she just whatever. So she's on there and she's like, she showed up. So she got involved in a hit and run. So she got 2 DUIs in one night. Okay. 2 crashes.
Oh my God.
And then the second crash, she hit a motorcycle and ran away. And then she comments on the post and she goes, that was my drunk ass who did that. That was my drunk ass.
I'm sorry. Oh God.
I know. That was my drunk ass. Come on. She actually like that. That was my drunk ass who did that.
Oh my God.
Okay. It gets better.
You don't have to be, even a state trooper who's pissed out of her head will be able to catch this bugger.
And somebody's like, she fled to Westport. She goes, I didn't flee.
My God.
She's like, I didn't flee. And she goes, I was drunk. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's okay then. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder and then she's like, and then she posts, sorry, I destroyed my Pontiac G5 last night in Westport. I just got out of jail. And then she posts her own mugshot on her fucking page. She posts
oh my God. You could not make this up.
And then she goes, karma just bit my whole fucking fat ass off. And she changed her profile picture to the mugshot. She made it her fucking profile picture.
Someone in the comments said, that's not her mugshot. That's her yearbook picture.
That's her yearbook picture. Right. Amazing. So,
amazing.
Somebody just goes, okay. And then she posts, you go through her thing. She's just all pictures of Fireball. And then, speaking of Fireball, yeah.
I was going to say she drinks with crusty panties.
And then she posts this one. She goes, I just found this under my bed. Just one is a tease. So she just finds random Fireball
bottles of booze just lying around the house.
She goes, my night. Dude, she drank 7, 6, 7
It's a haiku.
20 fucking things of Fireball in one night. And so she's just a raging fucking alcoholic. And then you go on her page, and it's not a badass. I can be perfectly honest with you.
No.
But you wouldn't trust me. No, absolutely.
As people were saying earlier, we're probably being fooled. That's all filtered and photoshopped and edited. We gave that girl a solid 7 before, but as Deb was saying in the comments, it's probably filtered to hell, and she's barely a 4.5.
I also think we Google imaged her ass, and it's not even her. It's like a stock photo. It's not her ass.
Yeah.
There's no way she has an ass like that.
She doesn't have a good thong like that either.
No fuck. Yeah, she also doesn't have a good thong. Exactly. So she goes, like in the comments, she's like, is my ass gross as my thunder thighs? And all these horny men folk are in here like commenting like, oh my gosh. Well, one of them who's commenting is none other than Kenny Cabral.
Hooray!
He's the dad. So that's the only reason he appeared. He fucking sexually harasses the drunk driving lady. This is the father of the kidnapper.
Yeah.
Who also got threatened by his own son because his son doesn't like the new chick he's banging. So he actually found a chick. But prior to this, he was a horny guy on Facebook who goes, that ass, I can bounce a quarter off that ass. Do you know what I would do with that? You would be putting me in a vice grip with your legs. You definitely wouldn't want me to stop.
Kenny's like a down market Tom Mountain, isn't he?
Basically, yeah. He is a dollar store Tom Mountain.
He is indeed.
And so he goes, she goes, let's see. And he goes, you tell me when and where, maybe go out for dinner and something else. For sure, as long as you are up for me, tell me when. Like, what? This dude is
what?
So Kenny Cabral was like, there he is, Kenny Cabral. Dude, he couldn't wait to give it to her. He goes, I only drink Henny.
Thirsty.
So all these dudes were on there giving it to her. All these Tom Mountains. Like, yeah, dude, we're gonna have, like, so she's ready for it. So that's, you never know in the Turtle Boy world who's gonna pull up. Like, oh yeah, that person reemerged.
It's amazing how these sort of nodes and interconnectedness, the mathematics of it is fascinating, I'm sure.
Yeah. So let me go back to the story real quick. Just a quick update on these people, who they are. The gentleman here, the getaway driver, he was missing, apparently 21 in Florida.
He's the Amish guy, right?
6 years ago. Yeah, this is Amish meth guy. So basically he was getting high. I go on his page. All he does is sell sneakers and Pokemon toys, like in their thing, aka he steals shit. Like, there's no other reason to have those and sell those. And he's
in their wrappers. Yeah, exactly. Shoplift and sell.
He actually writes this. The same guy who is the getaway driver in an alleged kidnapping says, if you're a smoker and parent, do not fucking smoke with your kid in the car. Dude, you kidnapped the kid. Like, what are you talking about? You're worried about secondhand smoke? You're kidnapping kids. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So the kid's being kidnapped. The last thing they're going to worry about is passive smoking.
Okay. Should we do the freestyle? I just want
to go for it, man. I'll mute myself down. You get freestyling.
All right, let's do it, folks. All right. Can you guys hear this beat? Can you guys hear that okay?
There's no beat yet.
Hold on. There's no beat coming in? Let me share my screen. All right, hold on. This is why we test them.
That's
Can you hear it now? That works? All right, time out. Is that a good volume? A lot of shit talking on these YouTube streets, but Turtle Boy, keep it real, because I be bringing receipts. This info be coming, but it ain't from the Kremlin. It comes from this Mick, who resembles a gremlin. #1 grifter. They call him the demon. Dude drinks a Guinness with 2 shots of semen. Goes on his channel, runs his cock kisser. If a bitch weighs 250, he be trying to kiss her. He ain't in my league. Even his hoe knows. Ain't got a job, so he lives off the donos. Afraid to face me on his whack-ass channel. Like an Irish Alborland without the flannel. He ain't got friends, so we hang out with Shannon. If she dyed her hair gray, she looked like Steve Bannon. Little boy thought that I wouldn't show face to face. Suck my dick, motherfucker, anytime, any place. Ain't afraid of you, bitch. I'm way too grown. That's why you need backup. But I came alone. You was afraid of me, that I would give you some stitches. So you needed protection from two fat bitches. Kiss my ass in person. Bitch, you was bubbling. Didn't run your mouth till your ass was back safe in Dublin. Only like women if they shape like a cruiser. Friends with K-Peta, but she a child abuser. Millions of American women you could fuck, but all you could get was crusty panties and dumb truck. Talking to them hoes got your ass aroused, so you flew across the pond to bang two fat cows. Shannon got no job, she's just a train wreck. Sits her ass on YouTube and waits for the welfare check. Crusty panties is nasty, how the fuck did you drill her? Abusing your own kids was not a deal killer. Stuffed it in dump truck. You was in heaven. No one here wants her, but she a Core County 7. Had your chance to talk shit, but you was a bitch. And why the hell does Kate's face look like Jock Hitch? You said that the DCF reports was troubling, but pretending not to care when you got back to Dublin. When you safe at home, you felt empowered. Nothing to say to my face, cause you was a coward. Begging for cash so you could run to the States. But when your ass got here, you hide from debates. I told you from the beginning, I come in peace. But the only thing you come in is the obese. All you got from Boston was an Applebee's meal, cause I made you my bitch, and I always keep it real. What? Come on! What?
Oh man, that was quality.
How'd it go?
I love that line about come in peace and come in the obese, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Come in
quality.
peace,
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
obese, my friends. Okay. Roasted, motherfucker. Roasted, son. Okay. So hopefully
No
that was worth it.
Gianettis whatsoever. So as well, we're flying there tonight.
Oh man, look at all them fire emojis. There we go. Hopefully it was worth it, folks.
Correctamundo.
Woo! Suck on that, demon. That's what's up. Your move, dog. Your move. So anyway, all right. So I said I was gonna go switch over to locals for the Q&A.
Q&A. Oh yeah, rumble it.
But do we have, like, a lot of people were saying they couldn't get into that. Is that true?
I have no problem with Rumble when I go on there, but
No, not Rumble. Locals.
Oh, locals. Sorry,
Did you sign up
I've
for
not
locals?
tried. I've not tried to do locals. I must admit.
Okay, I want to take a vote in the comments right now. Have you guys joined our locals community? Vote 1 in the comments if you have. Vote 2 if you haven't. I'm just curious.
I'll be honest. I think I've joined, but I've just not used it.
Okay, so Carrie's in. Okay, we got one person in. Couldn't find the promo code. Okay, so all right, so it looks like if I went there right now, looks like we'd lose everyone, and that's gay. So we do have some in there. Okay, so I really want to get everyone in there. So look at guys. So we'll do the Q&A here for now. We're gonna do this. This will be the last episode we do the Q&A in here. But I've put out 2 blogs today with the promo codes to join. Now, locals, what we're going to be doing, the whole purpose of locals is that it's social media that we own. Like, that's all these other social media companies like YouTube, they can just take away your channel whenever they feel like it. Locals, you actually own legally your own content when you sign up. And so we're using it as social media, and you can tip on there. You can, you can join. I think when you join, there is like a prompt to pay. Okay. Now we put in the blog, we put a promo code. So Turtle Club people, you get automatic entry. You get automatic free. It's free. No more money because you're already paying $15 a month. So it's free. Everybody else, $7 a month. You can join, and we're going to do all Q&As on there. And so it's just some extra content. So like $7 a month, not a big deal. Not a deal killer. You're supporting the blog. And so we're going to do all the Q&As on there. But I also put out a promo code today for people who aren't in Turtle Club. And you can join locals for free for 1 month until January. And we will be, streaming on there. So if you like it, you can stick around. If not, no hard feelings. Okay. but we're going to be doing it that way. Hopefully we can, because that's the new model really moving forward is it's got like without advertisers, because our advertisers would just get harassed and bothered. And quite frankly, they put pressure on you to censor yourself and blah, blah, blah. Logos is annoying. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to join app. So what's wrong? Like because it's free. It's free. So yeah. Did I watch? Okay. So we'll just do Q&A here. But please go join that if you can. It's free to join. So, did you see KP show last night? No, I don't watch. I have much better things to do with my time.
That's the thing. When I see this, did you see this last night? No. The only the only live shows I ever listened to are yours. So I don't want to know what the other bitches are doing. If I liked their stuff, I'd listen to them, but I don't.
Yeah.
End off.
Yep. That's it. So, I have no, first of all, just the sound of her voice is just,
oh, Jesus.
Cringe. So,
where's your kids, Aidan?
Yeah. Yeah, where's my kids? Yeah, if I could do that over again, if I could do that whole thing over again, I would just film the moment I walked in and just confront them. But like, dude, why'd you bring 2 fat bitches with you?
Yeah,
you are so pathetic, dude. That guy, I actually showed him.
Did he pretend that they just shown up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he lied about it. He put. I mean, and part of it, like, I took him at his word. You know, I gave.
No, you have to.
Like, oh yeah, like I'll show you. Like I will show you all the emails this motherfucker sent to me. Like. He's acting like he's going to come here, and I did show him all the documents.
Yeah,
of Kate, like abusing kids and like who you're involved with, and he agreed with me. He's like, oh yeah, like well that's troubling. I didn't know all that, and he's like, oh, like that's why I left there, being like, oh, he was fair. I thought he was fair. Like he evaluated, but it was all just like he didn't give a fuck about child like. And that's why I put in the rap, like child abuse for him is not a deal killer. For me, it is. I mean, personally,
kind of would be for me. Yeah.
If you've ever abused like your own children, like kind of,
or any children, you don't have to be your own.
Or any, it doesn't have to be your own. It can just be children in general.
Yeah. It's out of order. It's just
I can't. To me, it's deal killer. So let me. I do have his email. So let me pull this up. I want to show you guys these. So just in case there's any like, oh yeah, he's saying this. No, I got the receipts, motherfucker.
I've got a good mate from Ireland who stays with me when he comes to the UK, and he's a great guy. And I'll have to show him this and say, this is what your fellow countryman is doing.
Oh,
he's doing you a disservice because he's a dick.
People are like, I can't believe he typed up some he didn't know. That's the thing. It's like there's no a transcript is a typed up version of audio. There's no audio. He doesn't have anything. Like it's a complete. Oh yeah, troll! I trolled you. Like there's no audio.
Yeah, he just typed some words on a page. That doesn't reflect the conversation you had with him at all.
Yeah, like he wants me to believe it because he thinks I'm retarded. Obviously there's no audio. I wish there was. I wish he was stupid enough to actually publish audio that he secretly recorded, because it's a felony. It would mean he can never come to this country again. And he admitted that Krusty Panties drove him there, and that would make her a fucking accessory to it. And oh yeah, the one person he also illegally taped was the woman who has the restraining order against Kate Peters. So she would have driven the guy there to commit a felony that they planned out together. And it's like, so I wish if there was a recording, I wish they would like, that would be fucking hilarious if they were stupid enough to play it. But obviously there isn't one because they're retards. And they seem to genuinely believe, by the way, that like, oh yeah, it's not a felony if it's in public. It's like, okay, run with that. We'll see how that one goes. I hope you're stupid enough to run with that.
They really don't understand what consent means, do they? You live in a two-party consent state. And means you've actually got to actively give permission, whether the phone's on the table or not. You don't know if it's recording or not. That's not. And if you're in a public place, that's about reasonable expectation of being photographed, not recorded.
Yeah. So
I understand this much about Massachusetts state law. Yeah.
So I got sent. So I'm like, okay. So he posted a screenshot of what he says was a transcript, right? It's obviously not. First of all, I think he spells his name wrong, my name wrong. I don't even know. But it's clearly, I've seen transcripts from these before, and that's not what they look like. And it's also not what I said. I'm like, I definitely did not say that. And he wants to, his followers are stupid enough to believe that. So what I did was I got sent, it was probably by him, like a picture of like some type of arrest report from Ireland. And I'm like, all I did was I took it and I'm like, well, since words on screenshots of words are like evidence now, according to his standard, right?
Yeah.
Then, okay, well, I guess that's the standard. So we're going to do that now. And I put it on fucking YouTube and I played this whole like locked up and stuff like that. I mean, it's when you look at it, it's like it's like red underlined underneath shit. Like, so it looks like a fucking Word document. Like it's clearly not real.
So,
but I'm like, but you know,
or whatever,
I guess I'm making a point here. Like if fucking words, screenshots of words constitute evidence now, I guess this is evidence too, right? I mean, that's how fucking stupid you're like. So basically I'm highlighting your retardedness. Now I understand his followers are too stupid to figure that on their own. They're like, oh my God, you got trolled. Chili fell for this too. It's like, moron. I was actually playing you the whole time. Stupid, but that's why it's still up and it will remain up. But either way, like how boring is your fucking life if you're like making fake police reports about yourself and like posing mugshots? Like, well, how much of a fucking loser are you if you have the time for that? Like, that's so weird. But anyway, so this is our conversation here. So as you can see,
wasn't his name? He had it up as Sean Doe or something like that. It was just John Doe, so it's clearly a fake name, you know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Are you suggesting that I didn't blah 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 as your assertion? As for your assertion, me flying across the Atlantic to have sex with someone, I won't even dignify that with a response. Oh no,
that's a yes. That's a yes.
you dignified her in the ass already, so no need to dignify anything else. We all knew you did. As for Kate's past, she has addressed that multiple times. No. Very few people actually watch your content or care what you say, as you've shown yourself to be unreliable time and time again. But Sean, I also have an email from you telling me that you read my work and you're impressed by it. And it seems to be real journalism. He says that in an earlier email, which I could easily bring up too. So he goes, yeah, no one cares what you think. So basically what happened here. So like, basically what this dude is saying is like, he's okay with child abusers as long as it was like, you know, last week or something, like as long as it's not too recent. I don't know what his statute of limitations is on child abuse.
It's utterly dishonest.
Yeah.
Being friends with Kate on it generates him money. That's all what it's about. It's all about the Reddies.
Yeah. So, and then I'm like, dude, what about all this? And he's like, luckily for me, I have many friends here in the States. He gets all defensive and all around the world. Fuck? Oh, sure you do.
No, I travel a lot. He was hanging out with two fat bitches when he came over. Where's your many friends? No, you haven't.
You came to America. You didn't even see the Statue of Liberty. You saw crusty panties and dump truck.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, and
you saw the wrong side of the green monster at Fenway. That's it.
Yeah. So he basically is like, Joe, chill, dude. You still stop going after people who point out your problem. Okay, dude. You support a child abuser. Yeah. So anyway, he gets all mad about it and basically just gets like, you know, who cares, you know? So anyway, I did offer him $5,000 for the tape because it doesn't exist, and I will pay him $5,000 for that. I'm that confident that there is no tape. But if there was, I would pay $5,000 for that. I dare you to do it. Dare you, but there's no tape. So, okay. Anyway, if no one cares or watches Turtleboy, why do they hang on and watch every single fucking show? I mean, that's the $1 million question.
They're always here.
Like, let's check out. I don't know if you guys noticed the Rumble thing, but we're kind of killing it on Rumble. As you may have noticed here, if I go to Turtleboy, like some of our.
Oh, excuse me.
Did you go to
Irish Demon came all the way to the US to go harpoon hunting. That's not wrong.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. So I'll show you, like, this is our Rumble channel, and I'll show you why we get so many views on Rumble real quick. So like this one got, let's see. So this one gets 5 views. You know why? Because we didn't share it on the blog. This one, episode 536, got 54,940 views. This one got 34,000. And because if you guys go to the blog, like one of these blogs got like 128,000 views. Like, so clearly you don't get numbers like that, dude, and you never will. And here's why. Is because if you go to our blog, right, the first thing that you see on our blog now is the Rumble link. And so people who aren't subscribed to the channel and people who don't religiously go, like, because people forget we're not a YouTube channel. I'm a blogger. That's what I do. And so I embed the fucking videos on the blog, and people come here and they just fucking watch it directly off the blog. Like, so I can go here and I can just play the fucking video. Oh, and I get ads. So yeah, making money off. There you go. So skip the ad. Okay. And then I can come here and watch the fucking video. Okay. I already went through and removed a bunch of people for this reason. There we go. So that's why I have so many views now. And the people are like, well, you don't get a lot of views on the website. Clearly I do, because I'm getting 130,000 clicks and all of them are coming from the website. So there's that, because the videos that aren't on the website are getting 5 views. So that's what I do. I'm a blogger. You got millions of fucking, well, not millions, be honest, over 1 million page views a month. And I do it fucking basically by myself. I'm the only one writing content on the site. I create something. You do nothing. You're not in my league. You're lucky I'm even mentioning you. It's a fucking gift. Let's move on. What do we got next? Yeah, it's like he's not even worth talking about. It's like, oh yeah, they're talking about me. Cool. Nice. I think you should stop talking about her past and her kids. Well,
I don't stop talking about your dick.
No, I mean, she should stop stalking me. That's what she should stop doing. Again, I'm a reactionary person. I react to it. Like if you fucking, and I believe if you watch the Merb interview, Brittany, you'll remember that, like, I offered a truce. That, like, we'll just stop. And I'll only report on the criminal case that you currently have going. And Merb thought that was fair. I agreed to do it. She didn't.
No, there's no money. There's no money in peace. That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't need her. She needs me. That's the difference.
Yeah. Irish Demon has 22 subscribers with all the KP simps that obey her every word who directed to her channel a few months ago. Well said, Deb.
No, sorry. I'll get around to that. It's not my bad. I've been busy. Apologize. What about the app? How did that do for views on the stories? Because I had it on my old phone and always use it. So we do have a new app coming out, the TV Daily News app, and that will definitely increase traffic to the site, I'm sure. Do I do stories on Lawrence, Mass? You must be new here. You must be new here. I think the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes is the answer.
Yeah. Again, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, I just did a fucking 2-hour long show that wasn't about them. So, like, I don't make, the only time we ever address them is the Q&A.
The Q&A, yeah.
Like, so that's, we create a product here. We do stories, and they're new stories every week. It's not Chili Watch or whatever.
National news sometimes.
What part of this was unclear? But do I ever? Yeah, the same answer I gave you a minute ago. It was the same. Yes, I do. I do stories on them all the time. All the time. Did Ryan Waters impress the magistrate enough? I haven't heard back yet, but I do have the tape from that. It's fucking classic Ryan. You'll hear it all. I am the content flattening. Yeah, you know, it is flattering to an extent, I suppose. But I just don't. It's like, I'm just not, I don't respond. Like, I'm not responding to it anymore. It's like, yeah, you talk about me, do your thing. Like, congratulations on, you got some YouTube views. I got my kids. Some of us value different things.
Yeah, what about Lawrence, though?
Yeah, what about Lawrence? Do you ever do any Star Wars?
We ought to cover that occasionally, you know?
Stop it, guys. Okay. Okay. Stop it.
Oh, my God, everyone's at it now.
Give her a break. She must be new.
Do you know anyone called Lawrence?
I do know some people called Lawrence.
Yeah. We call him Larry. For sure.
Big Larry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Rumble actually put us on their editor's picks on Rumble last week. So that's another reason we got a shitload of new views with that. Yeah. Rumble is like, that's the thing. Like, the second biggest video streaming fucking website on the internet promotes us now. Like I had meetings with their fucking CFO.
Nice.
That's what I'm doing. But
Somebody's saying that Merb guy who interviewed you, and I have watched that. I can never figure out because it's Merb 34 ST.
34th. Yeah, 34th.
Now, is that 34th Street or is it Merb Beast or Merb East? Because I think it's Merb East, or I think it's the 3 and the 4 are an EA, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. No one seems to know.
Lawrence says, did Schramm bum a ride home after the show the other night? He got an Uber. He took an Uber there. And it was, we walked out. I'm like, see you, Jamie. Nice to
was that the Pats game?
Yeah, we went to Hooters to watch the Patriots, and James Schramm came down. And you got to watch it. He comes in for 30 minutes.
I literally, because it was 2 hours long, I thought, I'm not watching this because I'd already seen the result. And I didn't want to see you crying in your beer, frankly.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I found this little interesting thing. This was like a year ago. The Irish Demon guy, he's a gaming nerd. Like I found this. He's like a gaming nerd. I found this
action videos. I try to do one every day if I can. I'm also going to start going back to my roots. I was an actor for a long, long time.
An actor? Get out.
I'm going to go back to my roots a little bit and do some sketches as well. So I'm going to film some sketches and put that.
Dude, who is this guy?
And
I'm going to go back to my roots and just be a bastard
every week as well, just to get to know people. And a lot of the live streams are just me, just interacting with people. And
yeah, that's awesome.
So,
how many subscribers do you have?
7.
Right now, let me just check. It jumped a fair bit over the past week. Past 2 weeks, it's gone up to 3,350. So
so basically, this is a year ago. This video, he's a gamer nerd. Apparently, this is a year ago, and he goes on some guy named Alien X Gaming's channel, so some gaming nerd, and he's talking about like how we play video games and shit. Like, dude, you're a fucking nerd. Like, talk about nerd. No wonder you have to cross the pond to get fat chick pussy. You're a gaming nerd. Like you're like
that Harley Davidson isn't real either. He's no way he rides a Harley. He couldn't ride a fucking tricycle.
You're the definition of a loser, like a biggest loser. This is a year ago. He says he has 3,000 subs. Now he's got like 27,000 because, talking about chili sells more than video games do, as it turns out. Like, you're a nerd. Like the whole time I thought I was dealing with this guy who was like, he seemed decent, international man of mystery. He's just a gaming nerd. That's all he is. He's a failed actor, as he admits on there.
If I ever start a YouTube channel, my first thing is going to be talking about Chili Disastro, and then get a few viewers then, and then I'm off.
4,000.
Yeah. I got 4,000 views.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't even watched this whole thing, but it's just like, dude, wow.
I'm obsessed with the former Soviet Union. And that is why I got into this whole thing. I love Bald and Bankrupt. He travels around the former Soviet Union. And
because nothing sells like Nikita Khrushchev, does it? Bloody hell.
So I'm super excited. It's kind of going to be like dark tourism, I guess. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Okay.
That's what I love. So
I'm looking forward to it, man. I think that's going to be.
No, what you love is fat chicks.
Sure.
Okay. So you've got plenty of times you've asked or mentioned your car. What kind of car do you have?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I just recently switched cars. I went full Aussie lifestyle when I moved here, and I bought a 4-liter.
Oh, you lived in Australia.
Supercharged Ford Falcon, right?
The 4 Beardsmen of the Apocalypse, and now just shorten it to the 4 Beardsmen.
I mean, I haven't even watched this whole thing. I'll put it in if you guys want, we're not going to watch this whole thing, but I'll just put it in. I think I made my point. We're dealing with a gaming nerd. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anybody else have any other questions that they want to ask me?
Or me.
or David for that matter. Or the Welshman.
I'm here, for God's sake.
What time is it over there, Dave?
It is 4:14 a.m., sir.
Have you ever thought that maybe it's a good thing Dump Truck never had no, she had 3. She has 3. That's the craziest. She has 3 children that live with her. And Robin Higgins told me, her neighbor, that Shannon tells them about her feud with me. Like, she tells them, like, Aidan is a bad man. That's she has trained her young children to like have opinions on this, which is just fucking insane.
Obsessive. Yeah.
Like, trust me, my children don't know who you are, and they're not going to. Like, I don't talk to them about YouTube flame wars with degenerates. Like, that's not something to be. That's not normal to like inform your children about that. Like, they don't need to. That part can be separate from your kids. No. How much does Kate weigh? That's a great question.
She's a solid 225.
So, Brittany, this isn't about her kids. So we're so I would 225. You would say
225.
She should have a contest like that where everybody guesses her weight and then she stands on a scale. I would say she's probably like 5'11".
Yeah, she's nigh on 6 foot, isn't she?
I would say 230, 235. I would say that'd be my guess.
Carrie T says, "Can I get a nude photo? Is that for me? Is that directed at me or Aidan?"
Let's take a guess in the comments. Guess Kate's weight. Oh wait. What did Carrie T ask?
Can she get a nude photo? I didn't know. I don't know if that's for me or thee. I think it's for you.
There's plenty of me like this. Just Google it. I'm sure it'll come up on Twitter. There's
loads of emojis. Loads of emojis.
We've all seen it.
I've not seen it. I have no interest in seeing you.
I have no interest.
I have to be honest. I never even gone looking for it. I don't want to see it.
Oh, you're not
I'm never going to see it.
You're not like Gaffney or Brett and played
exactly.
in slow motion. And
I've nenever seen it. And I have no interest in seeing it.
Oh, dude, you call that a cum shot? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? They're so mad at me. Why are you so angry? Well, it's like it's a face.
Everyone makes an angry face at that point. Come on.
Apparently, I didn't know. It does look weird, but I'm like, I don't know.
No, everyone makes that sort of face at that moment.
Like, that's kind of the whole point, is like you're no longer in control. Like, you're
correct
having an orgasm. Like, you're not, like, it's like that's what a fucking orgasm does to you. You're not in control. Like, what
Absolutely
the fuck?
not.
Okay.
Have you ever go to speedway races? Do you know what? I have never been to speedway in my life. We used to have a speedway track in the town of Crewe, which is about 8 to 10 miles from where I live now, but I used to live nearer. And it's now a shopping complex. So no, I don't go to speedway. Although the Crewe Kings that they folded in the 70s were a national team at one point. There you go. Speedway. There's a thing I never thought I'd hear mentioned on this channel.
The True Patriot, you're a chick? I had no idea. I thought you were, no offense, I just assumed that, I don't know, maybe just my massage therapist side of me. I thought you were a dude. So that's cool. She's a 5'11", 160-pound chick. There you go. In what episode did he leave? I think it was like November last year. I don't remember the date sometime. He did it on his own channel, not mine. So, and it's honestly worked out for the better, I think, for me, not so much for him, but, okay. Anybody else have any other questions they want to ask me? Yeah, the Jamie Lynn thing though is fucking hilarious. If you guys got a chance to see that, oh my god!
I thought you were talking about his brother the last time. I didn't watch your Patriots video. And
dude, he tried to kiss me. I know, like I offered him $5,000 to punch me. Like, dude, you don't get an offer like that. Let me pull it up on my end over here.
I'm not being funny, Aidan. When I come to Massachusetts, and I will come to Massachusetts one day, when I've got the money, I'll come over and spend a few days in New England. If you offer me $5,000 to punch you, I'll take the money, because that's just easy money, isn't it?
Deal.
I
would, so this is James.
I'll pull it, obviously. I'm not going to hurt you.
What do you want? I think Julie's a victim of you. Okay, so that doesn't affect. I'm like, my kid's the only kid. Do you want to kiss me right now? No. It seems like you want to kiss me. I'm going to look you fucking in the eyes when I say this. The way you treated your wife openly here, your kids are going to see that. Just like the way you expose all these people, their kids are going to see that. You realize that. Your kids are going to grow up probably. How am I a coward?
So he calls me a coward.
He doesn't really know why he's there, does he?
No, he doesn't. I mean,
okay. But you're really not on the spectrum? Yes. Okay.
And so,
Are you on the spectrum?
no, but I have so many questions.
Because I've been trying to make eye contact, but you refuse to.
I wanted
These
to get it
people
right
with the
to
eye
it.
contact shit. Dude, that's a standout.
I'm just as tall as you. We didn't.
No.
What's that? You called Laura a cunt? That's bang out of
I'm
order.
tall.
We're
You said I'm tall.
Average height, because I'm average height. But you're a little man.
I think I'm pretty big.
You're a coward.
I'm right here. Okay, we're gonna get back. Here we go.
Are we back? Can I re-say what I
Say
said?
what you said. Say what you said. Say what you mean.
I will say, you are a coward.
How am I a coward?
You are.
How? I have no speech for that. Yeah.
Page B is
I want to find where I offer him the $5,000 to punch me. I don't know where that is.
He didn't stick shit up her ass.
Oh God.
So Amanda penetrated you.
Oh God.
What are you doing?
Oh, bless you. Claire McKenna says, goat fund me for David to come over. Is one GoFundMe I'd support. Oh, bless you, darling.
I don't care for Brett.
What about this? Would you kiss me for $5,000 to raise for charity? What if we could fix children's cancer by kissing you? Would you kiss me?
No,
He wants kids to die of cancer.
because I know that's not.
But if you could, if you knew that kissing me on the lips would fix children's cancer, would you kiss me on the lips?
It wouldn't. So no.
He wants kids to die. There you have it. Anybody else have any questions? All right.
Would you kiss that dude?
I think you're the more attractive Schramm.
That's a very mouth punchable thing to say.
So this is when we have to say something nice about each
Where's
other.
that mouth punchable? It's my brother. Okay. Okay, so I won't compare you to
And
your
I don't
brother.
think you can take a punch, to be honest.
Oh, here we go.
Have you seen my nose?
This is when I
Yeah,
offer
it's
him money to
like,
punch me.
So
And probably,
apparently I can.
probably cry.
I cry a lot. But anyway, not as much as when Amanda sticks things in your asshole. But so can you say one nice things about me, please?
All right. You use spell check a lot less than I thought you would, but it's still a lot.
What? What?
Yeah.
Like
You
a-
still, no,
Is that a
hold on.
compliment? I don't even know what that means.
No, you don't
I thought
use
you don't
spell
re-
check
I thought
as
you
much
don't-
as you should.
I thought you don't read my blogs.
No, but I still read your little YouTube
I don't write anything. on
community
YouTube.
things.
I don't. What do I write on the YouTube community things?
I don't know. Like, you post a lot of shit.
Okay, so can you say one nice thing about me? Okay, can I say one nice thing about you?
You're taller than I thought you were.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment,
See?
You're
folks.
still short.
Back.
No.
There you go. Do you think I'm scared of anyone?
Yes.
Who do you think I'm scared?
Okay. Nope. That's his.
You would punch
If
me in
it
the face if we
became
weren't recording.
necessary, yeah, I would.
Well, but you said you would, so why don't you just do it right now?
I
Well,
would.
everyone's watching.
No.
All your heroes are watching right now. Amanda
No.
would be so.
All
turned on by
your
that.
people are recording.
Amanda would shove 4 fingers up your
You
asshole
realize.
if you punched me in the face right
You
now. She'd be
realize
so turned
I'm
on.
not stupid.
I'm
Come
begging
on,
him to
do it
punch
for
me.
Amanda. Do it for Amanda.
I
Oh,
would
she just
never-
commented.
I would do nothing for her.
she did. Did she really?
No.
She just said so. Amanda, so we know that Lawless is a joke. Oh, Amanda said that.
No, and someone
She
did
said
that.
she's not sticking any more fingers in your ass. Oh my God, dude! I'm so sorry. How are you gonna come? It's so horrible. Wow.
Okay, so at some point I offered him $5,000 and he turns it down. I'm like, I'm gonna give you a free shot to punch me in the face right now. Refuses to do it. Refuses to do it. I'm like, I won't press charges, nothing. You get one free shot. I don't punch back. You get to just take your anger out of me, and he won't do it. It's like, what do I have to do to get punched in the face around here? Nobody's ever gonna punch me. Come on. Yeah, like that. We needed that to happen because Patriots got cream pie. And else were we gonna do besides? At least Jamie Lynn gave us that. So, okay. Anybody else have any more comments they want to ask? Anyone?
They're still commenting
They're not
on
gonna do
Jamie, aren't they?
shit. I knew he wasn't going to kiss me. That's the thing. I offer people $5,000 for shit when they know they're not going to do it. period. Like Irish Demon's not going to give me any recording because no recordings exist. So that's like me calling his bluff. Like, dude, $5,000? Come on. You ain't going to do it.
If he ever comes across the Irish Sea, I'll meet up for a beer with him. No problem.
Yeah, well, he'll be real cool to you to your face. And then he'll be like, oh, actually, I fucking hate that guy. Well, you didn't have...
Yeah, exactly. What a cunt.
Good luck with your video games, dude. Slay some ogres for me.
Yeah, stick to Pac-Man.
Okay. Is it okay to use that diss track? Absolutely, man. Clip it, spread it around, diss that motherfucker. His move. If he wants to respond to that, he can, but I don't think he has it in him. Because I murdered him tonight. Like, let's be honest. I fucking murdered him. Like, over.
That was the best freestyle that I've heard from you, sir.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's better than Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J. That's how good it was.
All right, guys. Anybody else have any other questions? All right, so it's getting clipped. We'll have the clip, so we'll be sharing it, and you can just get it off the page. That'd be cool, too. But all right, guys, we're going to call it a night. Thank you, David, for joining us.
Absolute pleasure, as always, my friend, and good to see the Turtle Riders in the comments.
Last question.
I love you guys.
Do you have any World Cup predictions? Who's going to be in the finals?
Yeah, it will be France against Brazil.
I think it's going to be my predictions are. I think this is Messi's last World Cup, I think it's going to be Argentina against England. That's my pick right there.
Wow!
Or imagine that's Argentina,
a Falklands War rematch.
A good one. Argentina Portugal would be a great one because it would be Ronaldo against Messi last World Cup. That would be a cool one. True. We'll see what happens. So, all right, guys, we will see you guys all for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live on Tuesday. Peace, Turtle Riders.
Peace.